No.
Bad.
You're a xenophobe.
No, you.
I had a bad case of
The Empire is a xenophobic.
I'm gonna
So
deny that.
You're a xenophobe. Actually, technically, he's anti that part. That's the only thing he doesn't like about the Empire.
I just have to deal with it.
You deal with the repercussions of it.
Send in the two Twi'lek.
Send in the Twi'leks first. It's okay if they die.
It's okay, they have no will.
It's okay, they're just Twi'leks.
They don't have a will or a mind of their own. It's okay,
Nobody cares if a Twi'lek dies.
right?
No one cares if a Dark Lord does either.
Alright.
Kind of the point.
Yeah.
That was the. Oh right.
So tonight.
How much did he actually? Oh right.
I say
He's not, like, confirmed dead.
No, he's not confirmed dead yet. He's in a critical state. But you put him in a medium one, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it was like 2 purple?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then it was an average roll for somebody to heal him. So that means if somebody decides to heal him, it would take him 2 purple to beat.
Doesn't sound like JP's gonna heal that guy.
Doesn't mean somebody else won't try. There's a medic on board.
Kind of
But
his
he's
job.
usually in the med bay, and the med bay is usually bajillions of light years away from the actual.
It's not light years away.
Years away.
How big do you think the ship is?
It's like 3 feet away. They're just like, no, fuck you.
No,
Sith
actually, according to Jared, it's actually in another system.
It's the Sith Empire. I am not surprised with their infinite resources. They don't have a ship that would be light years long.
I remember like a quote from a book about assassins, and it was like the T talking to like his apprentice. He's like, "Remember, when you kill someone, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to kill."
Yeah, don't go for the flourish. Just do the job.
Yep. No embellishments.
If it just happens, it's a magical moment, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
You'll definitely get the job done if you don't focus on making it look fancy.
Fancier it looks, the worse this is going to be for you.
So anyways, you're not actually here yet. So, you're still on the Republic ship, back in that starfield that I'm not going to put back on the table because we've been there too many times at this point.
Damn.
Fuck that place.
We had 2 battles there. Both times the Empire lost.
Even though they were supposed to win.
They were supposed to win, and I just...
Historically, well, in the original timeline, yes, I think they do actually win. They win at least one of them, I think. I think the Republic wins the second one. Back in the alternate timeline, where Revan is not Emperor.
Alright.
So,
Revan's screwing all kinds of things up because he's Emperor.
it's not his fault that everybody else is stupid.
Well, sometimes he has to blame the strategian who's telling everybody what they need to do.
So meanwhile, you are actually being, what's his name? Vin, I think. Right?
Yes.
The one that was Charlie's master.
Oh, hell, I don't remember that one.
I know Zim is your master.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have notes. I'm dumb for not even having them open already.
Shame, shame, shame.
Yeah, Vin. Vin Zalo.
Oh, good.
Right. So Vin, and I need to update JP's note on who his master is, because I still have Malgus on there.
Whoops.
Josh's master is still
Actually,
alive,
that first
though.
one's not my fault.
So anyways, Vin calls you and says, hey, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
So he leads you to a secure room, where it's like a comm room.
What's up, man?
Alright, Bill and Ted. So he says, would you mind, actually, he turns off the lights.
I don't like where this is going.
And suddenly you see his lightsaber turn on, and you see a bunch of holograms pop up. Do you look at who's on the holograms?
Yeah.
You see your master,
Mm-hmm.
Josh's master, Beltha Lucis, and a few of the other masters from the Jedi Council.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Act, or are you just going to kind of wait and see?
Well, I'm going to at least have my saber out in case he swings at me.
So are you activating it? Or
Yes, it's activated, but it's not in a offensive position. It's in a defensive stance.
Okay. Well, he says, please deactivate and kneel. Do you actually do what he's asking?
Yeah.
So as you kneel,
Hesitantly.
he places the lightsaber on your right, like near your right shoulder, over to your left, and back to your right. Rise, Merrick, Knight of the Jedi Order.
How did I do that?
Well, you were either going to get knighted or you were going to get your head cut off. 50-50 chance.
So do you rise?
Yeah, I rise.
You are now a knight. And your master on the hologram says, congratulations.
How the hell did that happen?
You have proven yourself worthy by your leadership in battle.
Here.
We have also gifted to you your own ship. It has been placed aboard in our hangar on our fleet.
I'm not the strongest pilot.
It's okay. You will be partnered with our apprentices still, as well as whoever you want from Havoc Squad.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank the Force.
Don't take the Force and no.
Don't think them. They're a fickle-minded bitch.
Alright, so the lights come back on and the doors open. In fact, though, thanks to all your hard work, you and the others are allowed to have a chance at vacation. We're allowing you to leave on the planet of Begeren.
What's that?
It's one of the nearby planets. The governor there is awaiting you.
Do they have do they have more vaping stuff over there?
I'm sure we can work out a way to ship it if they don't.
You got the... Oh,
Speaking of, JP still has to send you. Next time he plays, I'm going to make sure to take it out of his character's credits. What are you thinking?
the bonds thing. Did we do that or no?
The
The
bomb.
rules for the bonds and our light and dark points and all that.
Oh yeah, we got to do that now. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Usually that's done at the beginning. Yeah, go ahead and roll your...
2 lights from me, 2 darks from oh boy, and then
2 darts from the Quiet Death, or alternatively, if you're
So we got
friendly,
2 lights and
Pants.
2 darks?
yes, 2 lights, 2 darks, and then I guess you get to roll for yourself.
Yep. 4 darks.
Of course, fuck me. Anyway,
And then I gotta roll the...
percentile.
Yeah. 2 times. Because now we've
We
got...
started out with how many people?
Well, we still have the characters around, it's just they're not
Yeah.
physically here.
Yeah, they're not physically here, so they're holding space lanterns. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
They're all just...
Well,
They found the save route. They're just hanging
Well,
out there.
for most of them, the way I imagine it, at least for the assassin droids, I imagine they're just hanging out with the rest of ASIN's like criminals, because technically they're bounty hunters.
Just
Yeah.
imagine they were
And
playing a really long game of chat.
And then in the case of Charlie, I imagine he's like meditating or doing something Sith, Dark Jedi related. And then in the case of JP, we know what's been going on with JP.
Whoops! Wait, no, that's not a whoops.
I don't know. Master abuse is a big whoops in my mind. Let's see. 59. That actually surpasses, doesn't it?
Well, let's see. One character has 10. Everybody else has.
Well,
5,
no.
and
For the
one
first one, it's all 5, right? Nobody took past 5 on that first one.
Right. So
And
there's
there's
8 of us, and that's 45.
Okay, so that's passed. So everybody's safe on that first one. That was the bad one. And 98. Sorry. So that definitely. So we continue to not have to do anything with those rules yet.
Hooray! No responsibilities yet. Or debts.
Or debts. No responsibilities or debts. Except the responsibilities aren't even bad. It's the debts that are bad.
And even then, it's not even that bad.
Although it does raise your point, I think, if it's yours. Well, no, everybody raises a point, and then I think if whoever's it is, they get double that raise. Yeah. Alright. So now that I guess you're getting your ship ready to go ahead and go on your vacation with everybody.
Yeah.
Your paid leave, essentially. So at that point, Brony walks up and is like, "Hey man, where you going?"
Bro.
This isn't Brony, by the way. Brony is blue lightsaber over there.
Well, we're going to vacation at this one planet over here, man.
Oh, sweet. I'm excited, man.
Awesome, man. Guess,
and then at that point, Satil walks up and she's like, "Are you really gonna leave me?"
Come on.
Talking to him.
The more the merrier, come on.
Oh, okay. Before Brony can even interject and say no, you're like, "Do it, join." Anybody else you want to invite? Or are you going to invite Lily? Anybody else from Havoc Squad?
No.
Alright.
My closest friends.
I'm guessing Lily would be right next to you. Usually.
Celebrating my recent promotion.
Honestly, I feel like I should still promote Lily at some point, even though Constance isn't going to be here anymore, because...
One game later, I guess. Same
yeah,
person.
well, yeah, it makes sense for her. It's one game later anyways, because she joined on episode 2, just like he did, which is the only reason why he's not promoted yet, is because...
Even though you know about episode 1.
Yeah, you didn't know about episode 1, and since you've been here ever since, basically, the first promotion is after 4 episodes of consistently being here, and then the next promotion is after 8 episodes of consistently being. Of course, these episodes don't have to be in a row. You just have to have been there like that number of times. All right, so. So, do you approach the governor then once you get there? Are you going to meet the governor?
I
mean, you're going to be staying in his palace.
I suppose then.
So, you're allowed to land in their little hangar that they've got. And then, one of the guards brings you over and says, "Meet the governor of Begeren, Lord..." I'll put the silly name. We can't use Grump again.
I was going to say Draskonovich, but that is way too Russian.
Why not? Grump and Draskonovich would be best of friends.
Fair.
Hold on, I've got this.
Someone said, every damn name is more than 3 syllables.
Hold on, I've got a name generator pulling up. What do we think? Governor Wookit. Wookit Sam.
Try again.
I'm gonna call him Wookie, I swear to God.
Boonaslick. Yep, Boonaslick. Governor Boonaslick. Ah, welcome, Jedi and Trooper, to my planet.
Pleasure to be here, man. I just recently got a promotion.
Ah, well. Then that means you are a... What are you now?
I'm a Jedi Knight.
Ah, so are these two not... Brony actually speaks up and says, "I'm actually an apprentice still."
But his good friend.
Okay, well. It'll be good having Jedi in my home. Make yourself set home as well, and we will discuss things over dinner, maybe.
Thanks.
It's about midday right now, so you have like a good 12 hour, like good 6 to 8 hours before dinner talks. Anything you want to do?
Find their finest pot of tea and brew it.
Okay. As you're leaving, he says, one of the topics we'll be discussing is my concerns that the Empire might be potentially on their way here soon.
What would make you say that?
I just have a bad feeling that we are targeted next, that we will be targeted next.
Seems pretty silly considering that we are here.
Well, that's true. At the very least, if they do show up, you are already here. Well, you're dismissed for now if you wish.
Okay. Where's my room, by the way?
One of the guards proceeds to show you where all the rooms are.
Fantastic.
So, the way they kind of set it up, see, that's a chest. Those two are chests. So they kind of have it to where they separate you this way to where you and... Actually, there's 4 beds in each room, so actually they just kind of put you all in the same room. I was going to separate it to where it was you and Lily and then Josh and Satil, but it ended up working out that there's 4 beds, so they just put you in that room and say, you are free to roam throughout the city, though, if you wish.
Fantastic.
And the guard leaves. That way you can do as you wish. So you said you wanted to do tea stuff?
Yes, I'm going to be brewing a pot of tea.
Going to be going to a spot of tea?
It'll be special. I'm going to brew a pot of tea.
May I have some? Lily asks.
Sure.
And Satil asks if she may as well.
Okay.
Brony's the only one who's not asking.
You want some brony?
No, I think I'm good.
Are you sure, Brohan?
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
He knows.
The more potent it smells, the better it's going to be for you.
Thing is, Brony knows Satil and Lily think it's actual tea, which is why they're asking for it. Let's see. Sorry. Ooh, you're going to be in trouble soon. Alright. So I guess we'll cut away to you. Meanwhile, aboard the Interceptor. No, not the Inception. The Interceptor. You are on your way, because last week you had not freed her yet. You were on your way to the detention blocks.
Yes, I believe so.
Alright. So you got, they already pointed out which one it was, so you can go ahead and they actually also gave you the key that you need.
Alright.
Alright, door opens and you see a cat lady.
Nope, not gonna.
I mean, I can't help what the figure looks like.
Meow.
Not my fault.
Pantalemon does talk.
Huh?
Is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeons?
That's
Only if you plan to leave them there.
You work with me now. There's no ambiguity in this.
Is that what you say in the like in your language?
So
your
here's the
sign
deal.
language?
Boss sent me to come get you. He's kind of off on a business trip right now. Big boss upstairs is kind of severely injured. So I guess for the time being, you're sticking with me.
Okay.
Are these terms acceptable?
Makes sense to me. If Asen sent you, then let's get out of here.
Problem. We're in hyperspace right now.
Well, how do you plan to get us out of here then? Because it's not safe to take a ship from inside a ship that's in hyperspace.
Yeah. We're not doing that.
Well, what's the plan then? Just to wait till they get to wherever they're going?
Yep. No! I'm fucking half dead already!
You already took down the Dark Lord. You're their leader now.
Oh man, if it worked by those rules.
If only. Let's see.
I don't think the rule of 2 applies to nonsense.
And even then, technically the Rule 2 has not begun yet, since Bane's not even born yet.
He's not alive.
It's not even a wink in his grandpappy's eye.
How would you like to join my... Oh dear. I don't know what that was for.
As things should be.
As things should. Alright, I'll just ignore that.
Let's just say...
So,
Don't need her yet.
here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
That fucker lived.
What's that?
Nothing.
No, go ahead.
Alright, so here's the deal. you can join me. Oh wait, never mind. You already. She
Yeah,
already knows.
She's already like, hey, you work for Asen. Let's get out. We need to figure out a way out of here.
I don't work for Asen.
Okay.
I work with him. There's a distinction.
You didn't correct her when she said that earlier.
Well,
He
does.
it.
Yeah, it's weird having no vocal cords and having to sign everything.
Wait, you don't have vocal cords? I thought you just chose not to talk.
No, he doesn't have vocal cords.
You mind if I make it part of your backstory that the Empire actually took that, and that's why you that's part of your service towards them? Is since you would have been a slave before you became a soldier, that one of your masters took them from you?
Yeah.
I feel like that creates good backstory.
Yes. So I bought a gun somehow and shot him from 3 miles away. Everyone is freed in death. Except that guy. I hope he's in the Star Wars equivalent of hell.
Oh, your old master?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I believe in the afterlife,
but I hope
but
he's
he
in
is
the bad
6
place.
feet underground.
Hope he's in the bad place.
Yep. Anyhow,
He's
come
nowhere
on.
near ground.
I'm gonna go and take a nap.
But he's nowhere near
All right.
ground.
How long are you gonna nap?
How long does it take to get...
Well, currently it's going to be about where they're going. Only a few more hours at this point.
Alright. So I'd say...
Because I assume that time is flown in between sessions.
Yeah. So...
Nothing major.
Like, how...
Like, maybe a couple hours.
How many hours does this guy have?
What do you mean?
To live.
To live? You don't know.
Not to live. Like, before we
The ship
presumably
gets
show
to
up to where we're going.
Well, it's going to the capital planet. About 4 more hours, I'd say.
Alright, then I'll sleep for 3, I guess.
Okay, give yourself an hour to kind of wake up and all that.
Yeah. Get a little bit deep fried.
Okay, so that will at least give yourself a chance to heal some. I don't think you'll fully heal, but
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I think it'll just make it slightly better.
yeah, I'd say because usually in most system, let's see, what do you got like damage wise? Did you take any strain as well?
Strain is 2.
Okay, well go ahead and at least get one of your strain back. So basically, you're down to only 1 strain having been used.
Forgot.
Because basically, you're counting up instead of down.
Yeah.
And then, in the case of wounds, you can half that. I think that's fair. Kind of treat it like a short rest.
Okay.
So you basically half what you have of damage. So now you're down to 3. Did you have any I don't think you took any damage from the last battle.
He didn't. He was saving.
I took a little strain and that was it.
You want to go ahead and take one of your strain gone, since you'll be resting, sort of. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and do that, yeah.
So,
because resting, you actually get to remove a strain whenever you rest. You don't get all your strain gone, but you take a strain gone.
So here's a question, and it's a mechanic one that I haven't asked.
Yeah.
So what is I assume wounds are physical damage.
Yeah, wounds are physical, strain is more mental.
Oh, okay.
And like in the case of like
Shit,
the way it's
the
way it's kind of represented is like sometimes you can faint. So like if you're running too hard, you'll take a strain, and in that case, if you hit your threshold, you would faint.
Okay.
Other times, it would be more like you just break, like mentally. Like say you're thinking too hard on something, and so you just have a mental breakdown. Like you start crying or can't do what you need.
Or like the instance when Anakin found out Padme was killed or died.
Yeah.
Lost a little live.
Yeah, like you kind of just freeze and stuff like that. You kind of freak out. Different thing. It really depends on what situation you're in when you hit that threshold.
Okay.
But yeah, most people are just like, you faint, and it's like, you're not going to be getting into an argument that stresses you and then faint. That's not how.
It's not how that works at all.
Let's see. So you're relaxing now.
Yeah.
Let
He's
me ask
just
you.
like, you're not in prison anymore. I'm taking a nap.
You just take a nap in her cell.
No.
You take her
I
selling.
assume that there's like a room for the higher up type people.
Okay, so you're going to like the officers type area?
Yeah, I guess. Whatever Pantalemon's rank is.
Okay. So, about an hour into your nap,
Okay.
you see a stormtrooper, a Sith trooper standing over you. Sir, we're going to have to place you under arrest.
So, you remember that thing I told you about?
It's treason, man. All I'm thinking of is that scene in Revenge of the Sith. It's treason, man. Only it's like you waking up holding your blaster and flying through the air as you're shooting it. You're the one going in a circle. You're just like.
So,
Can I have that now? I want to see an animation of Pantaleon flying through the air shooting his gun.
Pants. His
Yeah.
name is Pants.
I want to see a video now.
So-
I want an animation now of Pants circling like Palpatine did, but shooting a blaster at all of the Sith troopers.
So, question: what would happen if I threw this?
Oh, the grenade?
No, the repeater blaster onto the floor with the auto fire setting on.
I think I would have to roll a percentile to see if it goes off. Or we could do a high-low type thing.
Well, shit, I'll just stab the guy because
do high-low. It's gonna be funny. Do high-low, and then like have him roll like a couple of setbacks as well as his actual blaster thing. 2 upgraded setbacks.
And then what's your blaster again?
okay, it's a ranged heavy. Ranged heavy is 2. Agility is 2.
To make
And
sure it
it's
doesn't hit him.
There you go.
It's also got
Well, that's all damage and stuff. That's after. Yeah.
Pierce 1.
Yeah, that's all damage
Well-
effects.
You know,
High or low?
high.
Okay.
It goes off.
Oh, great.
Make sure you don't hit yourself.
So it did damage, but there's a setback.
It hits him.
Oh, so yeah, you take. What's the natural damage on it?
11.
Okay, there's 12 now, and
But he still
then
hits
it's
the
got a
other guy.
pierce of 1, right?
Yeah.
So that goes through one of your soak, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
Pierce
Yeah.
of 1 is soak, and then is there any other modifiers to it?
Heavy.
That's it? Okay. So that's... I'll say you take 6 and he takes 6.
Okay.
That way it kind of splits the damage that way. And
Damn it, I'm back to where I started.
well, let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9 minus... So 8. You have 8 damage now.
Damn it.
Yay.
So you're actually higher than where you started.
Great. Well, knew I should have just used the knife instead.
And then, so you drop your weapon, and the blaster rifle, and he's just looking at you. He's like, he assumes you're surrendering when you drop it, and it ends up shooting, and it kind of hits you both on the shot, and he goes down a bit, and let's see how much damage he took.
Pants does not have the time for this bullshit.
He is still standing as well,
Shit.
Here's what you say.
now.
and he's still got a gun pointing at you.
Oops.
Sorry, just woke up, man.
Get to yours. Go to the cells. And he kind of leads you by gun.
Alright, I'm going.
Good news is, she wasn't with you when you got captured.
Yay.
So the person you saved will now probably have to save you.
Yep, fair's fair.
She doesn't have to, but I mean, you're still in hyperspace for 2 more hours.
Cool, Pants is gonna go back to sleep.
Alright, well, in that case, go ahead and reduce it to half again and take that last strain down. So now you're at 0 strain and 4 wounds. So you went up a wound because you got caught.
Pants is like, I'm just an agent of chaos.
I'm just having a bad day.
I need to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
And I can't even kick ass now. 'Cause now I'm in a cell.
Well, I've got brawn and 1 rank. This isn't gonna help me much.
You're gonna try to kick it? No. That cell is like
Oh
hard,
no,
hard.
That's not what I'm planning to do at all.
You planning to just wait?
Yeah.
Wait it out.
What you gonna do?
Play the weight.
So as you're being led to the, because we're going to assume you haven't been led there yet. As you're being led there, you see Angrel passing you by, and you see a scorch mark, and he's like, "Thank you for this. You have honored me with your attempt on my life by making me appear more powerful now."
Welcome.
By
I guess.
attempting to kill him and him surviving, it just made him appear more powerful now. It's basically like a Warriors type thing going on. So now he's received more honor by surviving this.
Got him a 3rd time. Actually, that was what I was planning to do, and then she was like, "Hey, run."
I mean, to be fair, it was probably a good time to run. Too bad you decided to take a nap while you were running.
What was I going to do?
And not only that, you decided to take a nap in the officer's cabin, which, you know...
That was a dumb decision.
Yeah.
That's where the only comfy bed was.
They probably
One shouldn't have cared about that. Should have found the janitor's closet.
Probably should have just took a nap in the cell, shut the door. They wouldn't check a cell.
Where's the guy that committed treason? He's
the
already
cell.
in the cell. Why?
I mean, it works out for us, but why?
Oh, not be stupid. Our emperor almost died to a Riri.
Not even our emperor.
That damn Twi'lek. I'm doing more damage to these people.
Alright, so, eventually you are released from your cell after the last 2 hours appear. And you're being led by Sith officers and troopers, as well as Angrel and Chikara.
So is this with dignity or with very little dignity?
Dignity. Angrel says, we are on our way to lead you to your next mission, where we will decide whether or not you are worthy of continuing service in the Empire.
Nope. Now is not the time to be a smartass.
Yeah, now's the time to tie your fingers.
Yeah. Would not be a good idea for Ingram to... Not Ingram.
What you could do is try to
say, suck it,
spin
old
What you
man.
could do is try to spin it to where the emperor was actually treasonous to his own cause.
How am I gonna do that?
But yeah, so they lead you, and so you are now on the storm planet of Dromankos, the capital of the Empire. Not this map.
Great. Alright.
Yay.
You're still on vacation.
Yay.
It's a very elaborate promotion system. But of course I made it elaborate.
Well, they're not promoting you, they're trying to make sure you're still...
Loyal to the cause.
Yeah, they're actually going to send you on a mission now that you might die.
Well, of course I was going to die on the first one.
Well, now
This is the opportunity to live.
Yeah, they're giving you an opportunity, essentially.
Alright.
Mainly because they're like, you are technically not under the military structure, therefore they'll give you at least one shot.
You kinda don't work for us, so you get this one chance to unfuck up the
Well, you don't work for our military. You do work for us because he's a Sith Lord. Everybody works for Sith. Sith are above all.
No, not
work for
time
the
for another
Sith.
smart-ass comment.
That was out of game, though, so if you want to make it out of game.
Yeah. You were above all when you were face down on the floor.
Okay, now, yeah. Now I get why you didn't want to say it in game.
Yeah.
They bring you, and they basically just lead you to another fleet ship.
Okay.
And he says, I'm going to essentially assign both of you to this mission because you have both lost my trust. And you are being assigned to work with Teneb, where he will be leading a battle at Begeren. Your assignment is to kill the governor and take the planet at all costs. If you succeed without betraying us, I know that you can be trusted again.
Got it.
Of course, if you try to betray us again, Teneb Kel and his soldiers have orders to kill you immediately.
Of course they do.
And that applies to you as well, my apprentice.
Okay.
I don't think break in.
I don't think that's what she would. I think she would stay silent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, master.
Honestly, I think JP would stay silent at this point.
She didn't break in and shoot you. Nope, that's another dumb decision.
Actually, he remembers she attacked him after you shot him the first time.
Oh, right.
So
I thought she just stood there and didn't do it.
no,
I forgot that part.
Yeah, she attacked him after you shot the first shot because she figured, oh, we could get rid of him. Unfortunately, as she was about to get rid of him for good, while they were off screen from you, that's when the medics arrived and took him immediately before she could.
I knew she shot him a third time.
And they healed him. That's what that roll was for.
I fucking knew it.
It was pretty close, though, actually.
That fucker lived, but barely.
But barely. Only 3 successes.
0 setback.
Yeah, no setbacks. Or disadvantages, rather. Alright. So now you're on your way to Teneb with your own fleet. Sorry, Begeren. Teneb is the Jedi, is the Sith Lord in charge. As well as his servant, Maggot.
1,000.
And actually, you have with you a fleet of 10,000 Imperial soldiers.
Jesus fuck. That's a lot.
Yeah, enough that I don't have enough miniatures to represent it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. I still have other Stormtrooper ones that I could use, but that would still not make up 10,000.
Well, I would assume we use like 1,000 for each.
I don't have 1,000 miniatures either.
No, not 1,000. That's not what I meant. I mean, one represents 1,000 ships.
No. These aren't ships. These are actual troops.
Oh,
This is a planet battle.
Trench warfare.
Yeah.
This is not going to go well. Also, I did study a little bit of military strategy. It's always easier to be the defensive force than it is the offensive one.
Then how did you lose that one time?
Well,
The one time you were the defensive force.
I said it's easier. I didn't say it was the best. Also, when like half your troops leave.
Oh, excuses.
Excuse.
You got a pothead that's running the entire army on the opposite team and you're just doing it successfully too.
Alright, so we now have opened the entire map.
Mystic voodoo. Mystic
I don't
force.
have any precognition like my other character did.
You
Remember
don't need
that bullshit?
He could have touched you, and he basically was basically unbreakable. He could see what you were up to.
Alright, so I'm assuming we start over here.
Yeah. So the ships are going to land there.
I could touch a hair follicle that fell on the ground of yours.
Meanwhile, though, while you're flying there, because technically you're not there yet, but you can place yourself, all the troops there if you want. Teneb Kel is like, welcome aboard my ship. I am Teneb Kel.
Alright. What's the...
And this is my slave, Maggot. He points to the Abyssin next to him.
And he sounds like Igor.
Okay.
No.
From like every Looney Tunes show ever.
No. What shall I call you?
Grub.
Pants.
Pants. Yes.
You know what? Why not? Let's make that like a common nickname.
So we've got Pants and Maggot working for Teneb. And you may call me, I don't have a Darth name, but you may call me Chikara. Yes, I have heard of you. We are both apprentices currently, but I think we both have chances of moving up the ranks. As do I, especially if we work together.
Achoo!
I'm sorry.
They both looked at you.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh, sorry. I just didn't get a proper sleep. That's all.
Well, you may rest if you wish.
Cool, I'm taking a nap.
Okay, another nap.
He takes another nap.
Alright, go down to 2 on your damage.
What does Pants do? Kill his own men to take naps after?
Alright, so meanwhile, we return back to you because it's going to be a bit before they appear.
Alright, the tea's done, everybody.
Enjoy the party
So,
when you can.
everybody except for Brony has some tea. So, what did you actually fill it with?
A very concentrated version of what's in my vape.
So, a lot of nicotine, a little bit of.
Well, in this instance, it's more like cannabis.
Okay.
Heroin. A lot of heroin.
I like
Spice. A lot of spice.
very spicy.
Wrong type of spice. A lot of. Now, are we going to use spice or straight up real?
Real.
Okay. I gotta make some rolls.
I'm not sure how drugs go with force power.
Well, I'm a functional high
only
person.
Only two of them are force
users
that are drinking. One of them is a soldier.
and I'm functional.
Yeah.
High or low?
Hi.
That was for Lily.
Okay.
Actually, that was for Satil. This one's for Lily. I'm gonna do Jedi then non-Jedi.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna roll for you because at this point you've had enough that it won't affect you.
Right.
It gives you more blood.
High or low on this one?
Low. Poor Lily.
She is now addicted.
See what happens when you betray the Empire. Not because you had the urge to.
She's only addicted to the tea.
No, to the real.
Oh yeah, the real, but she doesn't know that it's the real stuff. She only thinks it's the
Real
tea.
is the real stuff. RYLL is the REAL stuff.
At least I'm not saying crocodile. That would be fucked up, wouldn't it?
The real crocodile.
Okay, going into dangerous trip territory. I mean, we already kind of crossed the line there, but whatever.
Well, real isn't a real drug.
Crocodile is fuck
Crocodile. Crocodile will fuck somebody's world up because it's necrotic. If you don't inject yourself right.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Also, they're both high now.
Oh, good.
Let's see.
Yay, Satil's not addicted. Poor Lily. Yay, Satil's not addicted.
That's good because she's pregnant now. Although she doesn't know yet. That's a good thing. Don't need to become addicted to a drug while having a baby. Probably shouldn't have even had the drug while having a baby.
I didn't know she was pregnant.
She doesn't yet either. To be fair.
Nobody knows.
But also, you didn't tell her what was in the drink either.
I told her it was tea. She didn't ask what else was in it. She knows I'm a pot user.
Doesn't mean that you're going to serve everybody pot tea.
You all asked, and I was going to serve myself pot tea.
But I'm saying the assumption isn't going to be immediately pot tea.
I mean, my character would feel no responsibility, and it's a little late for all
But
that.
out of game, you see where I'm coming from though as well. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know in game it makes sense, but out of game it also makes sense to ask that question.
Oh man, that was a dark thought.
Oh, so technically the trenches aren't dug yet, so you actually have to dig them if you want them. Or you can just run on an open field.
Please do.
Hey, how far are the
Just
range
run
of
right
our
on
weapons?
in. Come on.
I mean, you have what? What does it say on yours?
I've got extreme,
Okay, but what's
long, short, and
You
engaged.
probably have a long and short and then engaged for the regular troopers. They're not going to have an extreme like you.
So long, short, and engaged.
Yeah, so I'd say
Good enough. How many people did we bring here?
10,000.
Well, about 5,000 of them aren't gonna make it.
So you're just not even going to build trenches.
No.
Okay.
Actually,
Go ahead. Don't build trenches. Just run right on in.
Because, that has worked out. Because, just running on a straight field has worked out for military strategy before.
I mean, you got 10,000 people versus my how many?
4. Unless you get some of his guards to help. 9. 11, actually, if you get his personal guards in on it, too.
so it's
To be fair, I did ask if he wanted to take anybody else.
You did.
Hey, how good do you want your...
But I'm also was trying to not play it metagame.
That is true. Doesn't mean you wouldn't have been wanting to invite Jack. You bonded with Jack at the bar that one time.
That one time, but it felt weird.
Oh, because he was upset about about the commanders dying and being promoted via death.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, as long as you escape, it's all good. I mean, you got a ship.
Yeah.
Although the governors probably want to go.
What are these jackwagons doing? They should be able to see that shit.
They can see it. Doesn't mean they can fire from where they
They
are.
don't need to fire. They need to alert the rest of us.
Well, also they're not there yet. This is more of just so when they are there. Technically, they're not there yet, although they're about to be. And you guys are all but one of you are high. Probably not the best leadership material now.
What do you mean? I've been high every single battle.
And we've won.
But only one of them you've led out of those. Also, one of the first battle you technically lost. The Teal lost all of her limbs but one.
Walking now, isn't she? Thanks to...
Yeah. Alright, so you guys land. They see, of course. So they are turning around to go inform.
Do we have any guns on the ships?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're inside at this point. But you can still shoot at the palace if you want while you're landing.
Go for it.
See, that would actually be a pretty good idea. To bombard them while we're digging the trenches.
Because right now, here's the entrance. I actually have lines to kind of represent the door.
Okay.
So it's a double door here, and then you've got the balcony here and here. So really, those are the only exits from the palace, other than the hangar.
The ones that you see anyway.
Yeah. There's no back exits though. The hangar's the only other option if they block these off. Just so you know.
Alright, so...
You, of course, don't know about the hangar.
Yeah, but I assume we can see those front entrances.
And, the village, where the city is, it's on the other part, off the map. From where... So you're, landing in between where the palace is and the city.
Alright, so here's the deal, boss man. We can do this one of two ways. Quietly... Well, actually, we're not doing anything quietly at this point.
Yeah, I think they have seen us.
Yeah, so we can either bombard and build the trenches...
Once I'm alerted, since I know there's only 11 people other than the counselor, I have a very fun and ridiculously mean plan to the Sith.
So are you trying to lead towards bombarding?
He is putting it on the table for, Chikara and the other guy to just hash out.
And the actual... Admiral that's there with you guys kind of leans in and says, I think that is our best course of action. And Teneb says, well then, go ahead.
Alright, then.
Where are we aiming?
Any of those front exits? Or is there a central thing to the thingy?
Well, if you were to go central, you would be going towards the main entrance.
I mean, is there a tower or some such?
I mean, it is technically a tower in and of itself. So if you take the base where the entrance is, you could cause some issues.
Yeah, that seems like a good spot to aim at.
Alright.
Use the cover of that. Because if we do this quick, then there's really no need to build.
He's trying to GPK you, man.
He's trying to pull a blitzkrieg. He's gonna see what's to be had with a blitzkrieg.
Well, the main factor here is speed.
And it only gets one of these. Ooh! Not good for you. So, he got a triumph.
Okay.
He hit a soft spot on the tower. On the palace.
Cool.
So, next thing you know, it's rumbling. Bad.
Whoa, man, we need to get the hell out of here.
You don't even know what's going on.
That's rumbling. I don't care. We need to get out of here.
You sure it's not one of your hallucinations?
I don't hallucinate high like that.
But
I might see shit, but I don't hallucinate rumbles.
you managed to take out the door, but this actually falls into a way where it's actually kind of an exit now. So it's like more of a slide now, the
Okay.
balcony. So now if they wanted to exit that way easily, they could without having to climb. They don't know that, though. Well,
All right.
he does, because he sees it.
So Pantaleimon will say, "Here's a great."
Okay, but you just
wait,
used...
no, it's
yeah,
my
you
turn.
just spent your...
I used my turn.
Yep. So now they're going to continue running. 2, 5. Because he's just going straight for letting the governor know.
So, fuck us then, right?
I mean, their top priority is their governor. Well, this guy will. This guy's coming this way. 2, 3. This guy's going to continue guarding there. He's going to continue guarding there. They're going to stay there. Do you want to do anything?
Guy running up to our door.
You hear footsteps. See the guard.
What's going on, man?
We don't know yet. All we know is that it feels like we've been shot because the palace is rumbling.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
We should probably
We should try to evacuate and get the hell out of here.
Alright, so you're blocking the door now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. He won't make it out. Vernie prevented his girlfriend from getting out. To be fair, though, you're actually blocking the block she would be on.
Well, to be fair, he could have also gone out that way, and then she would have at least been next in line.
Well, this is the furthest he could go.
Really?
Yeah, that's 5.
Oh, okay.
So, and you're at your furthest actually too. So everybody's at their furthest. So that is the end of your turn for this round.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you guys are officially landed.
Alright. He will order.
So already you guys are kind of going onto the ground, so they're like this right now.
So these things don't exist.
Yet. Although they could, if you wish.
Yeah.
So you're kind of
How
here.
elaborate would I?
Well, just so you know,
Wow.
it will take 10 rounds to build the entire thing.
Okay.
So like a row. It will take 10 rounds to build a row of trenches.
Alright.
Okay.
So, Pantaleimo's like, alright, enough of the hierarchical bullshit.
Hold on. Something. Stealth under presence.
Is stealth under presence? Stealth is an agility skill.
Oh, okay. Even better.
So,
Alright.
okay.
Fix and send you something.
Okay.
It just fucking disappeared.
Yep. Teneb Kell is now off the board.
He no longer exists.
I mean, he does. Nobody knows where he is, though.
Alright, so, I think I shall arrange. So, how far can they move?
The furthest is 5.
Furthest is
But we're gonna imagine in this case, because obviously 10,000 troops.
Right.
So we're not gonna. And the commander's actually going to remain in the back along with Maggot.
Sorry. Okay, so these two don't move.
Yep.
Okay.
In chess, you don't send your kings, queens, and bishops and knights out first. You send your pawns.
Ever heard of the King's Gambit?
I have. Most
And
of
it
the time
does,
failed.
but it does work.
It does.
1, 2,
Although I'd say the king is currently missing.
3, 4, 5.
So really, he's playing chess with no king.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And diagonal counts as 2.
Oh. So this way would count as 2?
Yeah. So like you were here, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'd be right next to her.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to end up right next to each other unless you start changing it up.
Yeah, that was... The plan was to have him slightly behind her.
Do you want to at least use that extra move to be here or here? Because you have one extra that you can.
Yeah, sure. Up.
I mean, strategically it can work. That's why I'm just asking.
I don't know. I'll put him back there because I kind of want to have a small V shape.
Yeah. And we'll just pretend like everybody else isn't really under your direct command and they're just kind of spread out as needed.
Yep.
But they're all like behind you currently because still getting off the ship or they're just start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's your turn then. So you'd go ahead and inform him to do that.
Mm-hmm. Do that.
Actually, he's going to double because you can double if you're not doing an action.
Yeah. Go also to the noble and.
Are you going to double it?
Yeah, I'm going to double it.
As you're running past this hallway, you see that guard, and he's like, "Sir, the Sith are here!" And, like, you hear the last of it as you're just zooming past him. Mm-hmm. He's going to actually help set up, since he's going to take his turn going this way. He's going to set up one there. Mechanics intellect? That would be, because that would be a mechanics check.
Yeah, if he's he's a well-informed guard, he should have an idea of where each of the load-bearing...
Well, this one is Bernie.
Okay.
He's not even at the one he wanted to be yet.
Okay.
He was heading to one. He just canceled out completely, so... He built one, he doesn't know if it will work. Okay. Now I know whether or not it will work.
Okay.
And that's the end of his turn, because that was a movement and an action. Alright, so you're actually in the main palace now, and you can see. So do you want to go ahead and...
Yeah, yo man, there's some real bad dudes coming in here to bombard into this palace. We need to get out of here. Take the guards, let's go on the ship. We need to get out of here.
I have a safe room I can go into.
No, it won't be safe after this.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. There's 10,000 troops. I think they're going to be able to break through that room.
Sir, it's probably wise if we did do as the Jedi asks. Alright, fine. Alright. Let's see how far he got on foot.
Half speed stealthing?
It depends.
That's generally how it works.
Yeah. Okay. I know you're not going to meta, so I'm just going to kind of mark where he is, for my sake.
Okay. Fucking close.
In fact, it's a long hallway, so I don't think he'll see right yet.
No.
Alright. Back to you.
Great.
Not if he's effectively invisible.
I can roll again to see if he's still...
Yeah.
I should probably, actually.
So I for... Wait, no.
Wait, what
That
was
would be
this?
it.
That's right. It's for green. For agility. Doesn't have any ranks in stealth, though. Perception. That's presence?
No, perception is cunning.
What?
Oh, okay. Either way, it's the same roll. Okay. Because I have to roll his perception comparing. Since he is technically in line of sight. Well, he is still perfectly invisible. Because he got 3 successes and an advantage. So, he is still essentially invisible.
Oh, good.
Jeez, man.
Alright, so go ahead and do what you want to do.
Alright. Charge this motherfucker.
Alright, meanwhile, you can hear in the background the Imperial commander yelling at Maggot. He's like, "Where is he, slave? You told us he'd be trained for this. My master learned at the feet of Lord Califo. He listens to our plight. The signal will come. And one of the soldiers says, Sir, incoming! And you kind of look up and you see a squadron of Republic fighters fly above you and begin to drop a bombardment on top of you. Go ahead and make your moves first, and then we'll roll for like dodging type stuff to avoid the bombardment.
Well, it's a good thing I was deciding to say fuck it, charge anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Although if you had the time, which you wouldn't have had, to start digging, and you had finished digging, you could probably have been hiding in tunnels, which is where the trenches would have been useful. I would have given actually more time if you had dug before the bombardment would have came. But also, it also depends on how quickly Teneb's moving too. Which Teneb moves pretty quick.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then that's 5 right here.
5.
You can double it if you want, since you're not shooting anything yet.
Yeah, that was the plan.
So you could go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to just move everybody else up?
Yeah, everybody else goes up.
Okay, she was next to you? No, she was in front of you.
In front of me. So she goes,
Next. And diagonally behind. Front. Diagonally behind. Alright. So they're closing in on the palace too. Although the only entrance you have is here where you have to make a climb.
Yep.
And then here where you just have a ramp now.
Mm-hmm.
And it would actually take double either way to get there.
Yep.
Because technically it's not an actual ramp. So it would still be a struggle to go up of it. Because it's technically a flat surface. It's not like it's stairs or anything. Alright, so now that they've done that, what do you want to do? I guess you're just running for it.
Yeah, everybody knows the plan. We're getting out of here.
On. So you've got him. This guy actually doesn't know. He's guarding the safe room. I'm going to continue trying to help here and set one up there as well.
I figure that I would have comm links to this guy at the very least.
Yeah.
Try to have him alert.
Okay, well, while he's setting up here, since that guy hasn't moved yet, he's going to yell, hey, get towards the ship. Yeah. That guy's going to be like, alright.
Leave no man behind.
What did I roll last time for him? For the intellect. So he built one. Might go off early. Although he doesn't know that. And this guy finally makes it to the one he wanted to build. His intellect is lower, but the challenge is lower because he knows
what he's doing.
Yeah. He does not build it correctly. But it's also not going to mess up in him. It's not going to blow up in his face.
Pretty sure if one successfully goes off, the other ones will.
Yeah, because they're near each other enough. Yeah. All right, so that's your turns. Let's before you go on your turn, let me see how Stealthy McGee is doing.
Okay.
Got the advantage. Even though he had a lot more movement, he's going to stop there. Yeah, he is, because he thinks he's going to be there first. He only knows about that safe room right now. He knows there's 2, but he since it was line of sight, he figured go to the first one first. Can't meta game. Even though I'm GM, I can't let that NPC know stuff that he wouldn't. Unfortunately for that man.
It's gonna get fucked.
Because lightsaber.
He's getting Shrek'd.
Because lightsaber is brawn, and he has a 3 brawn, but he also has 4 ranks of lightsaber.
Oh, okay.
3 yellow and a green. Also, he gets an advantage because the guy doesn't know.
Right.
And it's...
Boy.
Because he's right there.
Poor guy. Poor unnamed soldier. Out of character, I'm going to take a moment of silence for this guy.
Not even a chance for him.
Oh.
The purple die rolled blank for just so I can explain to the listener.
Yeah.
he only had one purple die since it was engaged range, and yeah.
Not even a snowball's chance.
Yeah, Teneb got, even with the fact of the boost not being useful, he got a hit still, which is enough to get a hit. And then he got 4 advantages, which...
Do you need a dying zone?
Let me see what it takes for his lightsaber to be... Lightsaber becomes critical at a 1. So he critted 4 times. Yeah, the lightsaber... damage of 10, so yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, because he only has 5 wound threshold. Even with a soak value of 3, he's dead.
Slightly less dead. But he's a bit more dead than dead.
Bleh. I actually do feel bad about how violent that one went. He did not have a snowball's chance. Not a good sign for the rest of the guards if he catches up. But he also has to reroll his stealth if he wants to keep, now that he's made an attack. I am going to reroll his stealth now, though. And that was agility, we said. So that's 4 green. This is getting interesting, though. I didn't expect things to go this way. I expected an actual battle, actually, kind of, at first.
If there's 9 people, this is...
Well, I didn't think you would only have 9.
I didn't think that I had that many in Havoc Squad to warrant 10,000 people fighting.
I mean, if you brought Jack around and he found out about a battle, he'd call them in time. Although somehow the Republic found out anyways.
I don't know how they're going to feel about me doing what I'm going to do.
Alright, he's back to being invisible.
Flippin' Ray.
I mean, that's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for me, but these guards are gonna get fucked.
Alright, it's back to your turn over here. Actually, we never rolled for the bombardment.
No, we did not.
So...
You also never moved your troops forward.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, because they were here, and then now they're here. Because they started here in a perfect line, then they went here on their first turn, now they're here. So 2 yellow for that. Go ahead and give me, what's a good thing to avoid a bombardment?
Gonna take a wild guess. Cunning won't help, will it?
No.
I guess agility.
Bombardment.
Yeah, some sort of agility, I guess.
So,
I would say for me it would be my discipline.
Well, you're not getting hit. They are.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Oh,
To hell with them.
Coordination makes sense because that would be like you dodging.
yeah.
So, what's your coordination? I didn't actually look at it.
Coordination is agility, and it has 1 rank in it.
Okay. And how much is your agility?
My agility is 2.
Okay, so you got a yellow. Well, in this case, a red and a purple. That's not bad, considering.
All things could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be better. How many of my men will... Not really my men, but... Shit.
You survived, so you're fine. And then first guy survived. And actually, I'm gonna move each of you forward for each survival, because like you're dodging.
Yeah.
I'll roll JP last.
You learn to get out of the way real fast when your master starts throwing shit at you. Oh, that was dark. Oh well.
Hit. He's actually going to move back. And he's going to take some damage. But not enough to die yet. Actually, no. Bombardment would totally kill him. I should probably reconsider that.
Well, that's 1,000 of us.
No, that's like...
5,
yeah, like 5, 10, somewhere around there. It's not going to be a huge number. I'm actually going to use him to represent like some others that are coming up behind. That way, the board is always representing enough as best as we can. Alright, well this one survives though. Gotta know when to hold him.
Yeah.
Know when to fold him. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. And
in this case, it's run.
And now we stop so we don't get copyright striked. Well, fuck. Almost had a chance. Yeah, represent that guy, because the first guy you represented is dead.
Whoops.
Because it's not like they're getting good things, but they're also not getting enough to avoid that. They're not getting enough to avoid the hit. And that's what matters, is the hit's getting them. He avoided the hit, actually. Yay, somebody avoided it. He avoided it too. Alright, now to roll for JP.
What happened? Well, the entire right
I actually
flank
don't
is...
have his sheet because JP keeps it on his stuff. I'll have to these stats.
Well, the entire right flank got slightly...
I mean, which would be pretty similar anyways.
Oh.
Jody... I would hope JP could avoid it. Yep, okay. I don't want to have to explain, hey JP, you died in a bombardment.
You died because you...
weren't here.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. I mean, you still have a good number that survived.
See, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still 7,000.
Well,
Well, more, a little bit
like
more.
70 that are still up in the front.
Yeah, that's enough.
And then you got like a bunch that are in the middle that aren't really marked, and then
Yeah.
the ones that are coming out of the ship now. Alright, so meanwhile though, you hear the commanders going, "Ray shields, where turbo lasers now firing." Another soldier says, "Orc battalion, we spotted bombers in your vicinity. Your last message was cut off, please." And like this is all like on the radio, you can hear. And you're not there, you're not there, you're not there, you're not there. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff for if you were with certain... Oh, I actually have to roll for these two, though.
Ah, right.
Because they are technically there. Within the bombardment's field. Because it's kind of flying over the whole battlefield.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll be on to your actual turns.
Yay!
Sprinting down the hallways is a bad idea, so I'm going to stay, keep running, chuck another one, because I don't know how many people are in that.
Roll was, but I'm going to roll this. It was 2 advantages and then a hit, I think. Oh, okay, so Maggot survived.
No one else, though.
Commander survived.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he'd die too, don't worry. Actually, I might not have used the right sheet for the commander. Oh, there we go, an army officer. That's better. Oh, no, he had the same agility, so either way. Alright, he survived. Whenever you're ready.
I'm moving.
Well, I meant, because technically they hadn't had the turn yet. I didn't know how far he went. I assumed he's just going to keep going 10 until he gets inside.
Yeah, there's not much to do other than that.
Yeah.
Probably gonna also move the other guys that are in the back.
Other than the commander and Maggot.
Yeah.
2, 4. I assumed you're just going to keep going forward, so.
Yeah. As fast as
What
possible.
about the other 3?
The 3 new ones you want to do the same, or kind of keep them back there
I
in
want
case?
3 new ones. Where are they?
Right there.
Okay, they're there. I want them to get back
One more, because that's the furthest they can go
on the,
onto the ship.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Because there may be, in order to deal with the fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Bombers, that's what they're called. Sorry.
Yeah, the bombers. Oh, you want somebody to fly up there?
Yeah, to try and shoot them down.
Okay, so you want them to get
And
into
any-
actual ships. Okay.
Anything else, shoot it. No hesitation.
Okay. Alright. So back to you.
Okay.
We know what you're doing. 1. Yeah, you jump in that way. You're like, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. He's gonna keep moving to help build the bombs, and also trying to spread the word. Plus, he has to tell that guy. That way, they're both there. That way, I can just roll for both of them. Yep, that one's built successfully. First one, that's a complete success without any like extra errors added. And another success.
Okay.
Both of those are built successfully. Now for the secret movements of Teneb Kill.
Yay.
Yay.
Be my overjoy.
Hey, maybe you'll get to fight him.
Yeah.
This is not. Those are.
This is not the time I want to fight somebody physically.
The man.
Not really.
Actually, he'd stop here to kill that guy first. He would take the time to take out anybody in front of him. Should I even roll?
Let's see. Maybe he'll get lucky.
Maybe he has a snowball's chance.
Because let's see, it was 4, right? Plus the boost, because he's stealthed. And then engaged.
Yep.
I mean, I could theoretically get all blanks on Teneb's side.
Yeah, let's see how lucky this guy is.
Hey, he got something.
He didn't get a failure, though. I gotta re-roll this one, though. Okay. So, he prevented this. That's it. Let's see, that's...
He's still eviscerated.
At least he didn't get any advantages. He only got 12, 13, 14 total. I mean, that's enough to kill him, but...
Got eviscerated.
At least it wasn't 40 damage, which was what the other guy took.
Yeah.
That guy ain't coming back. Basically, that first guy, Teneb walked up behind him and used his double-bladed lightsaber to just turn him into Swiss cheese. This guy, he just cut in once, and that was enough for him. This guy, he didn't go as...
Alright, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, he was like, alright, I need to keep moving into the ship.
No need to max out the style meter on this one.
Yeah, I did style on the last one. What's your perception, since at this point he's going to have to be stealthing against you guys?
A heal on him.
So he's the green stuff, you're the bad on this one. To keep it from... So that way you know. Alright, so you prevented partially his stealth. But it was a fair roll, at least. That was actually... At least it wasn't like... guard number... whatever.
Oh boy.
Card number 3981.
He is
Womp.
steps away from the ship. Next turn, he's definitely going to be in the ship. Especially since you're still waiting for this one to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably not caring as much about this one, but, I mean, if he makes it, then he makes it.
Right.
Alright, so we're back to you. Actually, I'm going to see if any extra bombardment stuff happens first.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so what was the...
Well, I'm more concerned about...
Oh yeah, those two.
Yeah. Because the bombardment now has to come back this way.
Oh yeah, that's true. They have to turn around before they can do it.
Alright, and then after this. That went the commander.
Yeah! I should be happy about that.
And he doesn't have a replacement, so he's just...
Yeah, he does. Him.
Maggot?
Yeah.
The slave?
Yeah. I am in command now.
Well, actually, because of the triumph.
I am the captain.
Because of the triumph, Maggot is at least down.
Look at me. I am the captain. I know the way.
I am the Maggot.
I know the way.
Poor Maggot.
He knows the way, though.
Alright. Keep moving, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright, so you actually made it up onto the balcony on your last one.
So should I do like a...
You see him on your... But you went 8 to see him. Do you want to keep moving and try to get past him before he can see you on the next turn?
Yes.
Okay. If you move quickly enough, he's not going to see you.
Yeah.
Because you ran, essentially.
Pantaleon is good at a very select amount of things.
Now, of course, if you had stopped to where you could have made a move, it would have been here, but that would have been no good anyways. Or you could have even stopped here before you even crossed, which I would actually suggest, because he will actually still see you, actually, since you're not stealthed. He would still see you, but I would say if you stopped here, you can see him, and he can't see you because of the corner.
Alright, then I'll stop there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. You kind of tell her this.
This is not the time for
Stop
stealth.
it, bitch!
What are you doing telling me to stop?
You know what? Go for it. Go for it.
I mean, to be
Crazy.
fair, JP's character is over you, so you do have to kind of...
Yeah, I was going.
You have to play the politics of it.
You could also be the smartass and say, you know what? Go for it.
I'm not going to kill JP's character, though. Although, a fight might still happen. Ah, thank you. See? She is understanding if you explain. Not just be like, stop!
Stop, bitch!
So let's see.
Pantalemon's just like, I don't have time for explanations.
Three,
Back.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean, that would be playing truer to your character.
4.
So,
Are we committing treat? I don't have time to answer that question.
2, 4.
yeah, but that guy was someone who worked underneath him. This is kind of his boss, and they're also kind of...
Both in hot water.
Yeah.
Casualty of war?
Next time I need to shoot him again.
4. Can't even make up the rest of the... Well, this is the furthest they can make it. They can't use their final move because it costs 2 to keep going. And he only has 1. Okay. So, yes. Now that he's done with that one, he's going to get the last one here. Actually, he's going to try to warn him before he sets up that last one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we should get out of here before they get here. We should get on the ship. Okay. I gotta set up one last one.
Oh,
And now you know there's a ship. Because you could hear that.
yeah. And out of game, I thought you... Oh, okay. Now I know what that was.
And now in game too, you also know because you heard them say we need to set up the last one. And what is your character thinking?
Come at me, brah.
I gave them an idea. They're gonna drop the whole fucking thing.
Do you say this out loud, or in your? Or you tell.
Yeah.
Can't say anything out loud.
Okay, well.
Fucking cheaters.
So okay, he signs to JP's character. They're gonna drop the whole building. Fuck, we gotta get out of here. Turn back. So on your next turns, you're all gonna have to turn back. These two, however, are fucked.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought at first they might just be regular mines. I didn't think that. I was like, well, I mean, if the building's weak, I've been trying to figure out would he risk it. That just confirmed my suspicion.
Yeah, they were setting them up on the weak spots, and the way I figured made sense is just each corner. As long as you set one on each corner of the rooms, that's kind of a pillar, and that's enough to like collapse it. So really, all that's left is this one corner, and then once they're both on the ship, he gets to move those.
Or you could try and fight and kill them too.
Yeah, I mean you can't though because it's their turn.
It's not my turn.
And he's actually about to move off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. He's not gonna get to build it yet though.
Oh, that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's amazing. He still has another half move because all he did was talk to somebody. He has 5 more spaces to go.
Yeah, so he can actually start making his way towards the ship now that he's been warned.
Mm-hmm.
They're just next to each other while he's setting up that last one.
Yep.
Well, you ran into that one.
Yeah, I should have known better.
It's okay, Teneb might save the day.
I would prefer it if he did.
Teneb might.
And he definitely will. He's definitely inside the ship now.
Yep. I figured.
So, all of a sudden, you see a Sith Lord walk in with a double-bladed lightsaber. Actually, he's not going to be that odd. Well, you're going to see him walk in when he's in the ship, I guess. Only one entrance to your ship.
Go big, go home.
So, you see him walk in holding his double-bladed lightsaber, and since it's his turn before you can make a move, he's going to throw his lightsaber at the governor.
Not a Makashi duelist anymore.
Otherwise, you would have been able to prevent that.
Yeah, otherwise I'd have been like, no, bitch. Be gone!
The dueling style.
It's okay, at least the governor was your only objective, so at least Teneb gets your only objective out of the way.
Well, shit.
As long as you get out of that building on your next turn.
Yeah, that seems fairly easy. Fuck.
What? You can make it out before it blows up, because you have the next turn, which is enough for you to get off.
Yeah.
And then, really, they still have to set up that last one and then get on the ship.
The thing is, there's like a lot of people behind us, I would assume.
They're kind of around here.
Okay.
Honestly, you could have had one of them reporting in their helmets to let everybody know to get back.
Yeah, but that would be like past tense at this point, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we can do it on your next turn and that way these two who decided to go in the opposite entrance.
Here I was hoping that, everybody would just charge on in, we'd fly away safely, the building comes down, and bye.
Unfortunately, they found out at the last second they need to get out of there.
Damn them!
So let's see how things go for the governor. Yeah, I'm going to assume not well. Let me actually roll Teneb's force die.
I mean, I was joking, but
2, 3. Because he has a force rating of 2 also. And he's actually going to convert those 2 light sides to the dark side, so he can use them. And it also makes him darker now. So that adds range to his force throw, as well as damage is what he's going to do. And now he has to actually roll for the damage. Lightsaber, so it's actually...
oh dear. That is not looking good.
Yeah, I think the governor's in trouble. Whoever thought a force wielder versus, just a wealthy noble would have gone bad for the wealthy noble.
Surely not I, a fellow force user.
Let's see. He is a good distance away, though, because, he's further in the ship at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, he at least has medium range. Oh, so at least he's not, standing right there like the guards were.
Polish a turd, it's still a turd.
Although he also doesn't have the boost because he's not surprise attacking this time. He actually could be seen this time. So it's a little more evened out. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the governor. He blocked 2 of the advantages. So let's see, that's 11. Actually, yeah, I'm not even gonna... He's dead. So you just see the lightsaber come flying at you guys, and you don't know who it's aimed for right away. But you realize at the last second that it's aiming for the governor, and it just goes... The governor's cut in half from the... Yeah, like that, from the middle. So he kind of just splits.
Ding! Oh wait, no, we're...
Do you have a new arch rival now?
Well then.
What? I'm curious what your thoughts are. Out of game.
Well, I'm now gonna force choke the dog shit out of him.
On your next turn, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yay, many shades of the force, so it doesn't count.
Well,
I'm not strong enough to have force lightning yet.
oh yeah, you're a force rating 2 now, so you can actually choke him properly now.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a 1, you couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can. As long as you can pick him up. That's what matters. Because before you couldn't pick him up.
Right.
His lightsaber still has to come back, by the way. I think another guard's gonna die. Another guard, one of his actual bodyguards dies with him as well. I'm actually gonna leave them there to remind you they're in your ship. Okay, now it's your turn. I feel so bad. I'm sorry.
They're gonna blow the whole
My whole plan ruined
by one sneaky Sith.
They're going to blow the building.
Okay, so you actually let everybody know now?
Yeah.
So you have, like, this guy kind of spread the word. Alright.
Getting the fuck out.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, and also, I think a good fair distance to be is 10 from here, if you don't want to take any of the damage. So this is the line to cross to, well, 10 from this line. So you'd have to be, you have to at least be on this line to not, I'll mark it with that. Shit. So. It's okay.
Oh, okay. This is
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. You can't get down. 5, 7, 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10.
what could go wrong? Oh boy.
Well, he's gonna finish setting up that last bomb.
And getting the hell out of Dodge.
And once those two are on the ship, that's when they'll go off.
Man, I can't even have a casualty count.
You might actually.
Other than the two people I'm supposed to protect, I don't think I'll have a casualty count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. On the next turn, people might die. Because I actually do think there's people that will end up being close enough to the explosion. Alright, meanwhile, on the ship, you get a turn.
Oh boy, I'm gonna use my force rating and fuck. Well, I did good. I can convert the dark side into a light.
I thought you were using many ways of the
that's
shades
right.
of the Force, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's 2.
And then,
versus discipline, right?
yeah, because it's going to be his discipline against yours, because he can actually try to avoid it. And then he has... What's discipline again?
It is a will.
Okay, he only has 2, so only take 2 purple.
Let's see.
So these 2 cancel out.
Yeah.
And that's it. You do have a disadvantage, though.
Okay.
And then how much damage does Force Choke do again?
I don't remember.
Harm stuff. That's a heal harm, right? What we use for Force Choke. Heal harm.
I think.
Who knows what's going on with Aeson in the meantime?
Right.
He's on the planet of that of where the battle took place, Seslina sector.
I still got 4 hits though. I'm liking that.
Right. The $20 subscription.
Yeah, where the subscription is, and also where you guys think part of the immortality thing is, even though that was actually a trap. Oh, actually, you could have been using heal harm for a while. It's only a force rating of 1. Let's see. So the first, so you rolled 3 points total for force points.
2.
2.
Just 2.
Okay. First one is to activate it, which you have to spend.
Actually, just
What's your intellect?
my intellect is a 3,
Okay.
and I got 4 hits from the discipline.
Yep. Actually, you only do the. You don't even have to roll. It just automatically does damage.
Oh, okay.
It's off your intellect, but it ignores soak. And then, so that last point you can use. You can. Well, you haven't bought anything on the force tree, have you, for that?
No, it's just the basic power.
Okay, so that's all you can do then. So he just takes 3 damage.
I would like to use a force point to choke crush it. Destiny point.
Oh, destiny point?
Yep, just DP kill him.
Anymore.
See, it's conflicting with that. What I want, though. So I might use the point to stop it. I think
still won. You killed the noble.
I need him for other stuff that's coming up tonight. Because this isn't all tonight. This battle isn't the last of tonight's episode. Oh, by the way, you do take a dark side point still.
That's fine.
You gain a yeah, so I didn't take a dark side.
Points.
Just the one.
Okay.
Because it says user gains a conflict, so he would lose him. So he just takes... I will... how about this? I'll double the damage for using that destiny point. Does that seem... So it'll be 6 damage now, ignoring his soak. That's not going to kill him, but it is going to hurt him.
Okay.
I feel like that's a compromise.
Okay. If the door is still open, I would like to at least be able to throw him out of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good compromise. So he's thrown out of the ship. Like Jazzy Jeff. On the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's not really a body falling sound.
No, it's... He actually gets sent all the way back to where he was. Having attention and being heavy. You don't know about personal space. Alright, so he is actually down to 10 health after that.
Oh boy.
I mean, he was at 16, so...
Did
He
he?
did a good bit, though.
Wait, wouldn't he have taken damage from being flung out of a ship like he was?
Maybe that's what I decided the other half was for. And the little...
Oh, this one.
That one's pretty tall, actually.
Yeah, it's all those different ones. That's one that
Oh, you gotta have the clip. Yeah. Yeah, now we just need the clip or whatever.
Yeah, 4 clips.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now you use the light to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's 5 darks out there.
Yep.
The force is completely out of whack on this one.
Yep.
Alright, so... I guess we're back to the top. Alright, so you guys are still running.
Yep.
Get out of here! You can help by moving them if you want.
Okay. So you just got on sprint 4.
He's safe, so I'm not even
5. 6,
with Victoria. Victoria took her.
9, 10.
And it's 2 to get off this ramp for these guys.
Okay.
2.
10.
So it's not looking good for you.
Yeah, it never is.
So JP made it, though. He's just on the line. This is the line, so...
Man, Pantalemon's gotta take a lot of naps.
He's gonna take a dirt nap in a second.
Yep.
He'll finally get a nap.
Oh, by the way, Josh sees him now.
Yay! Go Josh!
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
New challenger.
New challenger approaches.
Whoops. Guess we
Actually,
stumbled
I still
into
have
the
a
bonus boss.
What?
I still have a move. Can I use my move to get off the ship?
Why would you want to get off the ship at this point? You're about to get away.
Oh, we are? Okay, well, I don't care then.
Yeah, like, even if Josh takes some damage, which I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna maybe give him some damage, but really the goal is for Teneb at this point is to get out, too. Not because he knows about the bombs, he doesn't, but because of the fact that he succeeded at killing his target, and that's all he wanted.
Also, the fact that there were like 2 other.
7, 8, not gonna stop the guard from getting on. So, the guard's on. He will stop Josh, though, since fellow Force user.
Well, not really fellow,
But-
but
Enemy Force user. How about that?
a strained acquaintance.
Not even. So Josh gets to go first, though. Josh approached him, and it's also Josh's round, not both Josh's sheet. Oh, that's not bad. Ooh. I think Josh has a pretty good chance. Okay, so no damage, but he does do enough advantages that I'm going to just give this to Josh to get the rest of the way to the ship.
Yep.
He kind of pulls a Qui-Gon in that he's just trying to get to the ship.
Yep.
So he kind of does a flip over him and blocks any lightsaber attacks, and he... Bye!
Get the hell out of here!
Yeah, it's still technically your turn, so... And that's where bad things happen.
And detonate.
So, let's see. Thermals. They are short range. Use the light.
You have the short range, though, is to collapse a building.
Yeah.
So, damaging him with the grenade would be nice, but the building needs to be doing the work.
Well, at least I won't hear the governor complaining about his house.
So that one doesn't go off. But it... So the first one does not go off. It's a dud. But count 3 advantages. Remember that for me?
Okay, 3 advantages.
Yep. This one does not go off, so now 4.
4 advantages.
7.
7 advantages?
Hey,
Hey, this one went off. Hold on. 8 advantages. Okay, so hold on to that. And it's this one that went off. Nope. Oh, yeah, 9. Sorry.
9 advantages.
Sorry, I thought there was a disadvantage there. Was it here or here he put the bomb? It was here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a hit. 8 advantages, I said? Oh, 9. Thank you. So he is just out of range of it. Yeah. So just barely misses him, but it does set this one off. It does not go off, though. But it does have... Nope, not even any advantages to it. Alright. These all might be duds.
But one of them was done correctly.
Let me see how far this went this way, though, because it might have set this one off.
Yes, there is.
It does set this one off.
Good.
Actually, I'll add a boost for setting it off. I'll actually redo that one.
Why does games hate me?
It somehow did worse.
Why do games hate me?
Add an advantage, though.
So that's it. We're
1 now. We're back to 1.
We're back to 1.
Okay, so this one went off. Because I'm counting by the advance. Well, actually, 2, 3. So it actually went. Just set that one off. I am also not including height. Obviously, the height also. So obviously, like second floors and stuff like that might
What
be.
about this one going that way?
Well, this one already was one of the first ones to go off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and by go off, I mean it was one of the duds. This one already went off, and now this one went off. Oh yeah, there would have been one here. Or was that one of the...
That was one of the duds.
Yeah, that was a dud. So now it's this one that just went off, and now this one will go off as soon as we figure out the math for that one. It's not enough to damage him, but it is enough to go off to where it does damage to the building. The building is collapsing. So, you keep track for me.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, yeah, 4 hits, yeah. Okay, so 4 hits total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he has 4 rounds to get out of here before the building collapses on him.
Take it.
Well, he's not stealthing anymore, so he's back to just normal speeds.
Faster stealthing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
It's part of his thing. He's more of a stealth warrior. You, on the other hand, we do have to roll damage for.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, because you're at the blast. Well, once the building collapses, you'll still take damage.
Yes.
He's also going to take damage no matter what after he gets out. He might die beforehand. So, 1 round, you're out of you guys are past this line now. You still take an explosion damage, though, from the initial blast. You're back to normal, so you can 1 round. So he's got 3 left. 2, 4, 6, 10. The building's not going to collapse on him, but he could still... Well, no, I think he'll make it across the line. Actually, he'll still take damage anyways. He just won't take double damage, which is what would happen if he hadn't crossed the line after 1. Alright. You take... how many hits were there?
There were
4
hits. 3 advantage.
I think you're unconscious. Because... what's your... I need your... Soak and...
2. And my
Okay.
current wounds are at
Do you have any defenses?
2 defenses? Where would that be?
That would be on that same first page. Nope.
No.
Okay, so you are unconscious for sure. Go ahead and roll the crit.
Okay.
85. Might be. Hopefully you are okay with it if that is the case. You are not. You are winded. Until the end of the encounter, the target cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate any abilities or gain additional maneuvers. Your severity is an average check, so 2 purple. So if somebody decides to heal you, it will take 2 purple. He is also knocked out. I think.
Lay down.
Yeah, he's definitely unconscious as well.
Yay, victories.
24. He is off balance, add setback to the target's next skill check, and he only has an easy severity. So you actually got way worse, even though he was
In the blast.
He's got
magic.
he's got magic voodoo, god powers. I don't, so it makes sense.
Thankfully, though, for him, there's a trooper right there who's like, "Oh shit, our boss."
Our boss got clobbered real good, and there goes a house.
Just when that fucking castle tower thing.
Oh yeah, and thankfully
So-
guards are there to heal you as well.
Ah, how wonderful.
So they won. They got their kill.
Yeah, the Sith needed a win.
I don't give a shit about what they need. I was being an awesome damn general.
You were. You did a good job getting
Yeah.
You got almost everybody out. Almost. You only lost.
High priority target, though.
You only lost 4 people. One being a high priority. You got over half of the people to get away, and you got your main people.
Hey,
So
none of
that's-
your friends are dead.
Yeah, none of your actual friends are dead. Only some strangers.
who you knew for
A day.
at best. At worst, like not half an hour, like 4 hours.
Let's see. Medicine is intellect. One of them's going to try to revive you. You are back with only one. You still have 1 wound.
Okay.
Actually, you have 10. Sorry, you are going to have to rest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have 10 wounds still.
Staying alive.
Now I get him. Barely.
Barely. But fortunately, in this case, barely counts.
Okay, he's back. Barely. He actually doesn't get any of his health back yet. He's like... Actually, he's like you. So actually, go to 9. He actually has 1 left. You have 2 left on your threshold. So make yours 9. Because that, obviously, if you're on the threshold, that means you're unconscious. So the only way he could be up and running is if he has at least 1. You have at least 2, though, because they healed you better.
See, they like me.
Well,
Begrudging.
to be fair, they weren't the trained medics. They were just troopers that were... Same thing with him.
Yeah.
All troopers are trained in first aid, but nothing more.
So, everybody eventually makes it back towards there, I assume. You're back up and running. So, are you going to kind of hang around Teneb a little bit as everybody's kind of getting back towards the ship, or are you going to kind of head towards the ship as well?
You win.
I believe so. And he's walking towards Maggot's body, and you are going to kind of shift away from the Republic for a bit. You're going to get a little bit of a Imperial story tonight, apparently.
So who won this one, actually?
I don't feel like there were any
feel like
real
it
winners.
was, yeah, I feel like in the case of how things went, it was very much closer to being more of a stalemate.
Good.
You
I
blew
like
up
that.
a building and nearly killed
Yeah.
a lot of people. So I'd say this is one of those cases of, like...
They have the... If you were to write on books who won, it would be the Empire. As he goes towards Maggot's body, which you think is dead, he kind of just kicks it and says, "Maggot, oh Maggot, you didn't think you could escape me so easily, did you?" Maggot starts to wake up. And he says, "Master, my injuries were no trick, Master. A human would have died, and even so, I dragged many of the enemy with me."
From back here.
"I can see that. You are a fine servant, Maggot, and a fine soldier. Don't let any of those men tell you differently." Maggot. So eventually, as you guys get back on the ship, Maggot says, "You will permit them to celebrate? The soldiers need inspiration, Master. I suppose they've earned it. And the view from the palace is worth seeing." You can almost imagine what this world was like. Of course, anyone who tries to profit from the colony's wealth will be executed with the Republic vandals. Anyways, so there's another Imperial officer that kind of walks up. This is a major, actually, so this guy is higher up than the last guy, the one who died, the commander. And Teneb approaches the major before him and says, "Major," and greeting him. And the major says, "My lord, I have received word from the Citadel. The Dark Council is pleased with your results on Begeren and sends it congratulations. You also have my gratitude." And he's tense about this, the major. And Teneb says, "Yet you're troubled." Major replies, "The council states that with the invasion complete, your reprieve is over. It's time you faced justice for the crimes of Lord Califo." Teneb begins to reach down to his lightsaber, but thinking better, he extends his arms to the major in a gesture of surrender. "Well, Maggot, I must say I'm surprised. It seems we surrender this day after all." Are you going to join them as they kind of take him prisoner? Actually, you don't really have a choice. The major also gives you and I was trying to remember the actual name. Chikara.
I don't have a choice anyway.
Yeah, so they cuff you guys as well. Do you kind of just voluntarily, like Teneb did? Or are you going to go down fighting?
Go down fighting?
I mean, you only have one health left.
Come on, Hobo with the sniper rifle. You got this. He's got 2 health.
Oh, yeah.
2 health.
2 whole health. That's totally enough to risk your...
It's not enough to risk this.
What you do is you put your handcuffs around his neck and then hold him hostage. Nobody's going to shoot you if you're holding a captain hostage.
You mean a major.
Yeah, even better.
But, Chikara does surrender as well, seeing that Teneb did.
Damn.
Well, I guess I'll follow in my boss's footsteps.
Alright.
Wait. Can I try to stash the knife away, or is it...
Give me a stealth.
Okay. Let's see. Stealth is agility, 2 ranks, and it...
2 yellow, 2 green for you.
Wait, what?
Wait, oh, I'm sorry.
Just 2
I was looking at his cunning.
Yeah, man, that
Perception is ridiculous.
I can see the god.
I can see into the future.
Hold on. I have to also figure out what you're rolling against.
Yeah, true. I guess I can't keep that because I didn't really roll it.
I can see everything.
He did get 4 hits.
No, I didn't roll that at
Oh,
all.
okay.
I wish I did.
But
Against... what did we say? It's cunning for presence? I mean, for perception?
Perception?
Yeah.
That's...
Okay, so then it is 2 purple that you're rolling against.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I thought it would be.
What do you got? Okay, yeah, you definitely
I was about
got
to say give him a boost for being a trained smuggler, but whatever, this works.
it. Well, he's not even a smuggler.
He's not a smuggler, but he's been doing nothing but smuggling ever since we started this game.
Smuggling assassination.
So where do you put the knife? Like up your sleeve, so that way you can kind of easily...
Prison wallet.
Well, I assume like he would like put it up his sleeve, so that way if he needs it, all he has to do is go like...
Yeah.
And then it's
Okay.
at the ready.
Yeah.
Plus, then you could also use it as a lockpick.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Oh, that was the idea. Okay.
Well, the idea was either when I feel better, murder the way out of the situation, or be stealthy and leave. Probably gonna be the latter.
Alright, so go ahead and rest, and that's gonna get you...
Wow,
You're gonna get a full rest, actually.
even when the Sith win, it's a stalemate.
Yeah, so it's actually a full rest, so go ahead and... Because it's gonna take 8 hours to get back to the capital.
Alright, so back down to...
Yeah, you're back to 0. You're at full. You're back. Same thing with Teneb. Everybody gets a full rest. Same with you.
Oh, good.
I'll just leave it blank then, because it's at 0.
Yeah. That's usually what most people do, is just blank it out. Right.
Man, the bullshit that I was able to pull hiding that.
So eventually you make it to the planet of Dromenkos, capital of the Empire. Just in time to see a parade celebrating the recent Sith victories, because there are other fronts than the ones that you guys have fought on, where the Sith have been winning. One of the Sith Lords on a float being the well-known Darth Maul, if I send a picture, I'll probably just put this up. Let's see. Instead of enjoying such pleasantries, though, you are riding above it towards the Dark Council's palace.
Yep.
Just so you know, the Dark Council is like the Emperor's like chief lieutenant. It's like a bunch of Sith.
Okay.
Think of it like
his cabinet.
think of it like the cabinet or parliament. Really, it's closer to a parliament.
Parliament implies that they actually have the power.
They have some power.
The Queen of England nowadays is just a figurehead.
Correction. They are more of a cabinet because they each have like a different thing that they're over. Mm-hmm. So they're closer to a cabinet. So you were right the first time. Because each of them, like one is like in charge of ministry, one is like the war, stuff like that.
Parliament, they do have.
That's not what this for.
Yeah. This is Darth Maul.
Ooh, well, fancy.
Let me get one that's like more of him less and like ready to rip your face off. I mean, it's really hard with Mar because he's got that whole spikes and mask thing going.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a Renaissance knight, no problems.
Welcome to the Renaissance. To the Renaissance.
How you liking my battle strategy?
Oh, you mean the runaway option?
Yes, the runaway option with 9 people. 11 people.
You could have killed some of them.
1,000?
Could have killed some of them.
Those numbers are not worth it.
They were just guards that you would have been sacrificing. Sure it is.
Plus, these people probably think better of me for keeping them informed and alive.
Probably not, though, since their leader died anyways.
I tried. Sources that I had...
There will still be some resentment, though, over it. Planet is lost as a whole. That's the problem with the stalemate.
That doesn't matter.
So anyways, you hear Teneb say, "Isn't it wonderful? Tomorrow there will be order, but tonight the city enjoys the fruits of its labor. Lord Melikos reads poems in the old Sith tongue, and the people dance. Lord Ekage brands the heroes of his Red Legion." Faggot interrupts and says, "But you are not with them, Master." Teneb replies, "I'm aware of that, Maggot. Watch below. The Emperor himself chose the banner of Lord Nankrang. He foresaw Nankrang's triumph over the Jedi in the Mid-Rim. It's why we honor him tonight. They cannot force you to submit. You could flee to the border worlds. The soldiers adore you. We all adore. Enough!" Vehicle finally arrives to the palace entrance. Enjoy the celebrations, Maggot. We are all servants here. One of the Imperial guards at the entrance says, "Dark Council awaits you," to Teneb. "If anyone harms the alien while I'm gone, I will find you. If I die, I will haunt you. You guardsman?" Guard prevents anyone else from following Teneb Kell and as he enters the palace. Your judgment is to await outside. Is there anything you want to do as you're being held prisoner here?
As the rains down in Africa.
Just look around, try and figure out how many people there are trying to...
Well, we at least have a Imperial guard, like an actual red guard, in front of the palace entrance.
So that's
at least you have 6 more regular troops with you. Actually 8. Sorry.
Alliance. Make a new alliance.
I mean, currently you are not in deep trouble because you've proven yourself so far since being.
Yeah, I guess I'll examine the cuffs, see what makes them work.
You see, they're pretty much like regular, electric, the way that a lot of the cuffs are nowadays, where they have the electronic codes in them and all that. But they can be manually hacked if you really tried. But you'd be breaking them to where they can never do so.
Just do the old dislocate the thumb, squeeze on out.
I can't. I've only got 11.
This is strain damage now.
Well, also you're back to. Remember, you're back to.
Yeah, I'm back to.
So go ahead, dislocate your thumbs,
Yeah,
squeeze on out of the shackles.
But with the 9 people.
One of them being think
I mean,
the Emperor.
Obviously, you're not going to go.
I mean,
right in front of everybody, but
I mean,
you're going to be like.
But one of them is essentially think the Emperor's Guard from Return of the Jedi or Snoke's Praetorian Guard from Episode 8.
So Pants will lean over to Chikara.
I say we wait it out and see what the Council holds for us. I bet they have plans. We can continue to get on the Council's good side. Maybe we can even we can go over Angril's head. Then they won't care if we do anything to Angril. Makes sense to you, I mean. It's one of those, like, basically suck up to the boss's boss.
Yeah.
If you suck up to the boss's boss, then you can get rid of the boss.
Well...
And then become the boss.
This is just the politer version.
Well, this is the way to where you can suck up to the boss's boss and then kill the boss.
Yeah. Alright.
Without the boss's bosses getting mad. Over.
Right, because the boss's boss will be like, oh.
Yeah. They might not even send another master for Chikara.
They're just like, we give up.
Well, no, like, they might, like, legitimately just be like, okay, you've proven that you can move up the ranks at that point. Probably not, because JP hasn't.
Alright.
That's the only reason JP hasn't been moving up. Like,
I guess I'll wait.
if he had been here 2 more nights with you guys, then he would have moved up with you, actually. He would have moved up tonight if he had been here.
I guess
Same thing with Charlie. Because they were all here episode 1. Asen would have just been Asen, even though he would have been here every night. Anyways.
So Pants is just kind of waiting, looking around, waiting, and he's like...
Watching the parade?
Yeah. It's like, so what did you do as a kid?
I killed people.
Doesn't sound very entertaining.
It was for me. Not so much for the people that I killed. Meanwhile, with the Republic...
Till you got up to that one weirdo that you were trying to force choke, and he goes, harder, harder, way harder.
Then it was fun for everybody. Alright, so what's your character? What are you guys up to, kind of... Because you're on the ship still, you haven't really gone anywhere.
Yeah, we're going to be trying to go back to the Republic to explain what happened.
Oh, in detail.
In triplicate.
By the way, I guess I should show you what Teneb looks like. So that way you can give a detailed description of him.
Yeah,
that's usually a good thing to have. Oh, here's one version of how he could have killed your governor. That's what the governor looked like, by the way. At least he wasn't like that. Although I think he ended up being more brutal.
Yeah.
By the way, you still have that on your ship.
I know. And I don't know what to do in this situation, personally. On the one hand, I want to get the body off the ship. But
also, you're like in deep space now.
Yep, and on the other hand... wrong as hell just to send him out in the...
Here's a better view of Teneb.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna get a picture of Maggot. Probably not that one. Well, here's a close-up of his face. So that's Maggot.
Okay. He's a Cyclops, cool.
Yeah, they're called a Biffin. Alright, so you're heading towards the Republic ship?
Yep.
The last locations you knew of?
Yep.
Alright, so eventually you make it to the ship.
So...
Alright, well you eventually make it, and dock with them.
Yes, I tell whatever guards that are nearby to get 2 body bags.
Yes, sir. They go ahead and prep the bodies then. So what do you want to do in the meantime while that's going down?
I'm going to the council or whatever.
Okay, well Ven's the only council member on the ship.
Yeah.
So I guess Ven would be the one you go to.
Hey, Ven.
Yes, fellow. What do you mean?
The Sith attacked the governor of Begeren. And they killed him. The governor of Begeren, Sith. And pretty solid plan, but I wasn't accounting for good stealthy assassin coming and killing him. The only victory that we got over them is that they didn't get the building itself.
Well, we can't always account for everything. I'm sure you tried your best. We're still holding on a lot of fronts, so I don't think this one loss will ruin the Republic. Maybe you should rest for now. You're going to be joining Master Hulis and his apprentice have been receiving some intel that could be useful. I'd say rest for now, allow some meditation even, and try not to let this one loss hurt too much. He places a hand on your shoulder.
There's only one thing that's going to help me out right now, and I'm going to need a lot stronger than what I have.
He gives a little chuckle as he kind of gets the idea, but at the same time, it's not his thing. So he's just like, well, best to you. And he pats your shoulder. And
it's one of those highly rare things that I don't have.
I mean, Real was already pretty strong.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the stronger drugs in the Star Wars universe.
What am I on right now?
Real. So,
Whoa, addiction.
You're already on the strongest stuff, really.
Oh, okay.
Now, how much of that strong stuff you start taking now? That could... Now, if you use... I will say, depending how much you use it, we might have to raise your addiction.
Yeah. The tea is what I usually put Real into.
Yeah. So are you going to straight up use it? If you since
No,
tea...
I'm not.
So, since tea is what you usually put it in, I'd say if you start straight up using it, then it's going to start affecting your obligation. Since it's kind of being distilled into a tea, it's kind of weaker because of that.
Yeah.
The poor Lily.
She realizes that that's what she's... and I don't even realize that I made her addicted to it.
Nope. This will be fun to explain to Constance.
So your character is now a drug addict. What?
Also, don't worry, it's okay.
It's okay. You took it in a tea form.
So you think you're addicted to tea?
Actually, you don't even know that. You just are suddenly having cold sweats and everything.
And crazy urges.
That's the worst part. She probably wouldn't know that she's addicted to something. She would just be like, why am I sweating and everything? Like, she might come to you for help, and then you could probably... That'd have to be the only way she could find out.
Yeah.
But that's not going to affect her right yet.
Kiss the Jedi.
Oh, she's not a Jedi.
Ooh.
She's part of Havoc Squad. They'll probably have... Well, let's see.
If she has a high enough content to where she...
Yeah, the next
and they
drug
do
test
some
they do,
sort of drug testing,
she will...
she'll receive a detox shot.
But the next drug test isn't for a bit anyways.
Yeah.
3 months.
Somehow you got Real into your system. What?
When?
How? We don't know.
Merrick,
Uh,
did you drug me?
Oh,
yeah.
I drugged
I
everybody.
forgot all about that. Probably because of the drugs.
it was the tea.
What? It was the tea. No, that's not what I meant by what.
You know I'm a druggie, right? I'm a pothead. I'm gonna have...
That doesn't mean everything has to have it.
Just a casual dismissal of the addiction you gave someone on accident.
You know better.
It's only casually my fault.
Not intentionally. It wasn't with malice.
It's only really your fault. Talk about victim blaming.
You know better.
Alright, so I guess that's what you're going to do for the rest of the time. So,
Yeah, my character is going to be meditating
And
brewing
contemplating.
up tea and contemplating.
going through... The tree man's going through an existential crisis. Thinking on life and death and the Force and revenge, probably. If it's revenge, I'm going to have to give you a dark side. Okay. Justice.
Justice either. Call this particular emotion, but it's not,
Hatred.
it's not hatred. I don't hate the guy for what he did. He did what he had to do.
Wow, that's a very balanced view of thinking on having somebody kill somebody. I don't blame the assassin for killing him. He was just doing his job.
Nothing personal, kid. It's just pissed.
But like at the same time,
But also, fuck that guy.
It's like, I understand it was just business, but fuck that guy.
Is that kind of the mental state?
yeah, it's like I understand his business, but fuck that guy. But there's a professional way of saying this. I'm pretty sure.
All right. So eventually, you are led to a ship with Maggot by some of the Imperial guards. There you find Teneb Kel lying in a bed unconscious, a few hours before he wakes. During those hours that he's unconscious, Maggot never leaves Kel's side. Eventually, he wakes. So, you're safe here, Master. Safe now. How long? 1 day since you went inside.
Shit.
It's like there's been a time flow. They brought me to this ship and I found you, fed you, never left. Chose me. Check the engines. Contact spaceport control and plot a course for the Lenico system. Kind of talking to all of you. And there's no other Imperials on the ship at this point. It's just you four. You're going to help Maggot set the ship up for takeoff and all. Are you going to... Well, I guess he should be the one to contact space control. I guess you'll plot the course, though.
Yeah.
Give me an astrogation check.
Oh, shit. Astrogation! Oh, that's not good.
I mean, you can still make
ranks.
I mean,
it is not a career skill.
I mean, you can still have a good roll even if you don't have a rank in it.
Okay.
I think astrogation is intellect. Is intellect?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
So
what's your intellect?
Here's how my character is.
Okay, so 2 green and then a purple.
Here's how my character is dealing with this whole thing from my perspective of my character. He's closing the vents, taking the biggest fucking bong he has, smoking his room out until it's a hot box, basically.
So you're not using a T form.
And I am T, and I'm going...
But you're doing both.
I'm going to use pot and that.
Well, pot doesn't really exist in Star Wars.
Well, the Star Wars equivalent of pot, and there is something I'm sure that relates to it.
Yeah.
So, 2 turtle shells, 3 bangs, and 1 horseshoe.
Okay, so you do succeed, but with a disadvantage. The turtle shells are disadvantages.
Okay.
And there's a very clear sign that says
actually they're
do not
called
disturb.
threats, but they're basically disadvantages, kind of like the horseshoes are advantages.
There's also a very clear sign that says do not open.
Alright, so you do succeed though, because you got 3 successes. Everybody's picking up Josh's lingo. Stop it. Learn the system.
Fine. I got 3.
Well, then how are we going to explain the flowers in the triangles?
Alright.
Okay. Bangs are successes. Turtle shells are threats. Horseshoes are advantages. You can also call the threats disadvantages if that's easier because they're the opposite of each other, the advantage.
Alright.
The lightsaber one is a triumph. And then if we ever roll a red, there's one that's a triangle with a circle around it. That's a despair. That is the opposite of a triumph.
Got it.
But they don't cancel out. Triumphs and despairs do not cancel out like everything else. You actually get both the triumphs and the despairs. So something incredibly good will happen, but so will something incredibly bad.
Okay.
That's just how the system is written. Alright. You do manage to get the correct course, but it's going to be a little bit of a longer trip.
Alright.
That's what I'll use the thread as. You've kind of found a longer route than normal.
Yep. They'll never know.
They'll never know. You won't know.
Do I look like I know these things?
Alright, so do you want to also fly it, or do you want Maggot to do that? Flying would be the piloting space in this case.
Well, I do have a rank in it, but it's not a career thing.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
And that is agility. What's your agility?
2.
Okay, so it would be and you have 1 rank in it?
Yes.
Okay, it would be a yellow and a green.
Alright. How good is Maggot at flying things? Because
I don't know yet.
if he's Barat, then he should probably be doing that.
He's a slave.
Right.
Although he might be. He was once a warrior, as you overheard.
Mm.
Since you did overhear that.
Yeah, and standing outs.
find something that Venom. That's the hard part. What card represents him?
Motive.
There really is nothing good to represent.
Well then,
hold on. Let's check this one. And if there's nothing really to represent him, I'll use the wealthy noble stats. Because they're kind of diplomatic enough that it would... Or I'll actually use the Alliance infantry stats. Because it actually makes sense, because he was... And if I'm using that, yours are better. Yeah, you're better off.
yeah. So well, nah.
And add a purple
Okay.
for the difficulty.
Okay. 1 threat, 3 advantage.
1 threat.
Am I translating this right?
Yeah, hold on. So 1 threat, you said?
Yeah, 1 threat,
How many advantages? 1?
1 advantage.
Okay, so
and
those cancel out. And then you got 3 successes.
3 little.
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
Hey!
Ooh, I don't suck as much as I thought I did.
You got it. So you actually also succeeded, by the way. And since the threats and advantage canceled out, that means you didn't get anything positive or negative.
Alright.
So that's okay though. You did it. You're flying the ship.
Oh!
Little Einsteins.
Damn you.
Oh, come with me and we'll take our rocket ship.
What exactly are we gonna be doing? Pantaleon. Sorry.
Flying
That was
through
my-
the sky.
That was my, not really an impression. That was just a weird thing my voice will do from time
No,
to
it's
time.
fine.
I don't know why it was.
Well, how can you do a Pantaleon impression anyways?
You can't.
Yeah, sure you can. Watch this.
The Pantaleon last like Chikara and I forgot his name already. But
Teneb
Teneb
or Maggot.
Teneb or Maggot, whichever one will spawn. Just in general. So what exactly are we going to do at this place?
Well, Maggot doesn't know, so he leaves that to Teneb to choose the answer. You're just going to do as you're told for now.
All right.
I don't believe the council wants me to. Great. Meanwhile, with the Republic, you have had time to meditate and feel better.
Up.
What was your strain at? Did you already heal completely on strain?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had like...
I was about to say, if you hadn't, then meditating would help. At this point, you see a blind Jedi and his apprentice. Well, I assume you're getting out at this.
Right, but the whole room's all of it's billowing out.
Oh man, yo Dave, this is a nice day. Just like guards outside.
So this is the guy you see.
Okay.
Oh, and this is his apprentice.
Character.
He's younger. You guys are taken aboard his ship at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It is called the Grace of Champalon Tides. Grace of Champalon Tide. It is a Thranta-class Republic corvette.
Oh, cool.
You're currently 12 parsecs out of Solus on the Grima trade route. Master Hulis has called you and his apprentice, as well as Brony, and guessing you kept Lily with you.
Uh-huh.
Still decided to stay behind this. Let's see. And to see a message. A message from a Sith. The message appears to mostly be the Sith telling you the weaknesses of Moraband's defense systems, as well as offering to help set a trap to ensure a Republic victory on the planet. Moraband is the one that they took back in the episode 1. You are also joined by the ship's Commodore. The Sith says, additional dreadnoughts are hidden by... This is like the end of the message. Additional dreadnoughts are hidden by the stellar magnetic field. The ships rotate out to avoid damage, so use that to your advantage. The rest of the data are on the disk. I'm going to sleep soon, but I'll be there to spring the trap. Recording ends. The Commodore says, the recording came a week ago. Made it to command through an SIS middleman. Same as the others. The fleet's already taking position. Hulis replies, too good an opportunity to pass up. Thank you, Commodore. German turns to his Padawan and you, and your thoughts, Padawan and Knight?
I feel that this is really cool information, but it felt like that was too easy. This is false information.
And the Padawan kind of replies, it would be nice to trust someone for a change. And Hulis
They have to earn that.
and he says it in a very, like, kind of agreeing with you sort of way, though, the way he says it.
Yeah.
And Hulis says to his Padawan, "You're young to be so jaded. She's been generous with her aid, but there's no need to play stupid either. We're staking a lot on this mystery woman. Jedi Council has given us one last chance to find her out. Let's do the job right." Basically, the mission is figure out who she is, figure out if she's telling the truth on. So you guys are kind of heading somewhere already.
I'm also trying to gather people around who are trained informants and spies to find out if this information...
So you're going to do that, like, on your own time,
Mm-hmm.
away from Hulis?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, and are you offering, like, pay to these people? Fair.
Yeah.
Alright. Meanwhile, back with the Imperials on the Linico system, half a dozen colonies orbit Linico 4, trading posts and shelters for the miners, prospectors, and pirates who earn a living off the system's radioactive asteroids. Spacers in need of treatment come to Linico Colony Blue, which is one of and the suites of its Baron Surgeon, Eban the Hutt. Before any of you can get a word out, you are already being shot at by people because, like, Teneb has already, like, planned to meet with Ibn. Unfortunately, and Ibn is shouting, "Run, little Sith," in Huttese. So are you guys gonna kind of confront what's going on? Like, assassin droids are kind of shooting. They're not really hitting you right now.
I feel like that would be named Eban.
YBANN?
Eban.
Eban.
I do believe that they would not have given me back the stuff that they took.
Oh no, you have your weapons at this point.
Oh.
They basically have trusted you enough at this point to go
They're
ahead
like,
and-
he's not going to.
I mean,
He's not stupid enough to try.
the only people you could shoot at this point are Teneb, Maggot, and Chikara. There are, well, and also anybody who's shooting at you right now.
Yeah,
I meant, like, out of the Imperial forces.
Yeah, I guess Pantaleimon was...
Would not put up with this.
Pantaleimon does not put up with people shooting at him very well.
Yeah. I figured. So, pull up the stats for that. I do have Underworld stats.
Make a choice for me. Weapons, take your pick.
Hey, and I also have a Hut Crime League card, so that works for Eban.
One I'm going to use.
What are you exactly trying to do?
Rid of the people who were trying to shoot me.
You could either use your repeater blaster here, which does 11 damage, does 10 damage at the extreme range. Both have their obvious pluses, but this repeater pistol, whatever the hell this is impressive because it's got auto fire, pierce.
Oh, the cumbrance is 4.
Oh, okay, it's a heavy.
Don't forget that. That would be bad.
Yeah. Meant to take care of them.
Actually, yeah, I like this repeater blaster right here. 11 damage, has a crit of 3.
And I don't think a sniper rifle is necessary for this. Because at this point the shootout's already started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Force users! Crime lords! Robot. I'm not sure about that one.
I'll eventually just have to give up on separating the different sets because I'm starting to lose track of which set.
Alright, so...
Because they have them in like different sets based on category, like citizens, creatures, and force users, and but I'm
cool.
starting to lose track.
It is also a ranged heavy.
Mainly because I'm just kind of using whatever I need.
Being one has extreme range, the long range one has.
Alright, so you're going to go ahead and fire at one of the droids then?
Yep.
Alright.
Let's see. Ranged heavy, agility.
And it's going to be 2 purple.
2? Yeah. So 2 yellow, 2 purple?
Yep. And as you're firing, you can hear like the patrons of the cantina kind of murmuring. And they're like, a bottle of wine says they die in 4 minutes. 2 minutes and you have a deal. Where'd they come from? They'll never make it. So it's like all these people, like they're almost all at once.
They're just all to the side of the street or something.
Well, no, this is in a cantina.
Alright, so, one threat 3 successes, and I forgot what the triangles are.
I'm sorry, start over.
So,
One threat,
One threat.
3 success.
One threat, 3 success.
And whatever.
Failure.
2 failures.
Oh, okay. So, you succeeded because 3 minus 2 is 1, so you still succeeded. And then 1 threat?
Yes.
Okay. So your gun overheats. But
Alright.
you still hit this guy. So, how much damage?
11, crit of 3, and auto 5.
So, its weapon is 11,
Yep.
and then crit of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, auto fire is an active one.
Alright.
The way that works is you increase the difficulty of attack checks by 1, and you may trigger multiple times to generate additional hits.
Oh. What?
So basically, you would increase the difficulty by 1, so add another purple
Oh, and
if you wanted to use it, but you would automatically gain an extra hit.
that would be it.
So do you want to do that?
Would it be worth it?
It depends on if the purple rolled worth it, but you don't know until you activate it. That's the thing.
Oh, why not?
That's the catch-22 of it.
Why not? I mean, I've already been pretty...
So right now you'll have 2 hits, but that could cancel out depending on what'd you get.
The
Failure?
threat.
Oh, the threat? Okay, so 2 hits and 2 threats. Alright, so your gun's definitely overheated now.
Even though that gun is probably too big for that.
And what else does it have?
Pierce 1.
Okay, so it goes through 1 soak, I believe. Yeah. So, well, you do a lot of damage, but not enough to kill it. But thankfully, Teneb helps you, and he finishes it off. Meanwhile, the other assassin droid, one of the other assassin droids is saying, "Warning! Outside agency overriding motor," and the last 2 droids shoot and kill each other. Teneb Kell lands from the air directly in front of Eben. So where were we, Maggot? He was, "Little Sith, you are truly extraordinary. I apologize profusely for this incident. No doubt my enemies heard of the mighty Imperial emissary who came to Lenico Colony Blue, and jealous as they were, hush! All my life, I've wanted to meet a Hutt. As a boy, I heard stories, saw pictures. I understand it's your way to lie and trick, but I have a job to do, and I can't play forever. Tell me about the girl." And this is the first you are hearing about this. Eben replies, "Yes, of course, yes. The Sith girl came to Colony Blue weeks ago, but not to me." Just so you know, it is the same. But not to me. Most visitors come for radiation treatment, luxury surgeries, spice. I heard she bought nothing, came and disappeared. She isn't on one of the other colonies. What about the planet? Lenico is dead. I fear no one goes there. Of course, you are welcome to stay and enjoy. Teneb begins to march out of the Hutt's palace. "My lord, wait!" Maggot follows Teneb, and they just walk down the street. Are you going to join them? They're kind of just choosing to leave. Listen to the Hutt beyond that. What he gave them. As they'd rather not hear the BS, essentially.
Deal. Back alley deal.
And Chikara is just following at this point.
Yeah, Pentalema is like, yay,
At the very least,
another missing person.
At the very least, there's some intrigue to it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that would be quite the insult.
and at this point, you have been visiting a few of the other colonies, and so far there's been no sign of what Teneb is looking for. Maggot actually brings this up and says, "This is the 4th colony we visited, Master. Perhaps the girl has left, or the Hutt was lying and she was never here. I sense no deception beyond the assumed. Then let me help you. Tell me who she is, and I will think to..." Eventually you guys reach a food stand, and Teneb gets a kebab-looking item as the conversation continues, so he kind of gets like something that... "Thank you, Maggot, but this is a Sith concern. It must remain so. She dreams of her past. The Lenico system must be here." Teneb begins to zone off. "Sir?" This sort of brings Teneb back. "Something I once heard. I saw you looking at the aliens in the hut's suite. Go enjoy them. You've earned the night. As you wish, Master. Maggot also invites you to go have some fun with him, because he's basically going back to the huts to get lucky, essentially.
So, what I am hearing is that the new pseudo-boss is like, leave me alone, and another employee...
Yeah, he's basically saying, hey, you guys can go have fun. And Maggot's like, hey, you want to do that?
Is inviting me to go back to the place where I just shot 2 droids.
I mean, I don't think Evan's gonna attack you if, at this point, he saw what you guys could do.
When's the last time Pantalemon's, like, eaten anything?
I assume off-screen.
Yeah, so there's no point to it.
I mean, you can buy something and then head towards the huts if you want.
Yeah, he'll buy, like, a sandwich or something, I don't know.
Okay, so you are going to join...
Whatever
Maggot
the most bitter tasting thing is.
So are you...
And then he'll join Maggot.
Okay. I just had to know if you're joining Maggot or staying with Teneb. Either way, stuff happens, so don't worry.
Alright.
It's not a thing of nothing's going to happen if you go with the other person. It's just you won't know what's happening with the other half. Although if JP was here, then you still would, because JP would probably stick with Teneb. Which is also what I'm going to assume is happening.
Okay. So like, we're split off into 2 groups.
Yep. One for the party bus, and then one for the bummer bus. You're on the party bus.
Feelings. Fuck that.
Let's see.
Who feels?
I don't have time to be a mopey little bitch.
So, meanwhile, back with the Republic. With the Republic, you guys have made it also to Linico Colony Blue.
Alright.
So, you guys reach there, and Hula says, I think we should start looking for our mystery woman.
They say where?
No, they just kind of know that she's probably going to be around here. Yeah, I mean, you know what she looks like. She's of the Sith race.
Okay.
Let me actually pull up a picture of her. You're going to love when you find out what her name is, too. Not saying yet, but you're going to love it. Because it's a throwback to one of the Knights episodes. And this is her legit name from the story, so I was just like, oh, that kind of works out. Yellow oranges around there. Yeah. When you get it really close up, like when you start to look at, it's kind of a mix. Like the outline is red, but like the iris itself is yellow. So you got like that blend. Alright, so the apprentice though is going to go towards the cantina as his guess to where to go. Are you going to join him or kind of just split off somewhere else? Okay. Where things are kind of going to blend.
Yay! Finally, I'll meet arch nemesis.
So back with you.
Oh, great.
Basically, I was just figuring out what's going on with him in terms of the searching party for the mystery girl, who you're also looking for.
Everybody's looking for this lady.
And only one of you knows the name, and it's Teneb. Teneb is the only one who knows her actual name. Everybody else is just like, we don't know. You don't even know what she looks like. They at least know what she looks like. Teneb knows.
I'm looking for something in a glass box that has no air in it.
So, those of you who went with Maggot, you find yourself in a cantina with people of different alien races playing sabacc.
Hard game, isn't it?
Yep. It's the. You didn't see Solo, did you?
No.
Best way. Have you ever read any of the books?
No.
I'm trying to think of a good way to explain sabacc.
Is it like a mix of
It's kind of a mix of that, but it also has like a very high luck factor in that one of the things you can do in the game, one of the things that happens in the game is that your cards actually change what they are, potentially. And it's like a 50-50 chance that will happen. But you can lock in cards so they don't change. But that's also like, you don't know if that's for better or worse that you did that.
Okay.
Sometimes it turns out for the better, though, because there's actually like there's basically like a complete, I forget the term for it, but it's basically like a completely horrible deck if you don't have the complete set. But it's also like if you get both cards, you're like, oh, I win automatically. Maggot walks up to them and says, "My friends, I have an appetite and many credits. Welcome me to your table." And a Twi'lek girl at the table says, "What is he doing here?" A Duros says, "Look, the Sith slave comes to play. Did you see him fetching his master's lightsaber? He carries it in his teeth." Twi'lek girl replies, "Maybe that's why he only speaks basic. His jaw is sore." Maggot replies in a sort of angry but not quite, trying to hold back tone. He says, "My master is not here." Perception?
Okay. Perception's cunning. I don't have any ranks in it.
Okay, what's your cunning?
4.
Okay, so 4 green. What is your cool?
Like cool?
No, his. Okay, so add 2 purple.
Cool is
Because you're in the cantina already.
a career thing, and
Because you're not really hiding, I'm assuming. You're kind of just there.
oh, it's
It's
okay.
to notice him.
All right, so
So go ahead and make the roll. Whatever.
do I need how many?
It was just 2.
2. Okay.
4 green, 2 purple.
All right. So, 2 triangle.
Okay, that's the failures.
All right. 4 advantages.
And 1 success,
And one
which
success.
means you failed. You do kind of feel like somebody you know is here, but you can't see them.
Table.
Yeah, you're kind of like scanning the room, and you feel like somebody you know is here, but you just can't recognize any of the faces at the moment. Do you want to also scan the room?
I'm looking at a ficus, but I can't tell you why it's familiar to me.
Where have I seen this before?
And actually, let's see. Those of you with Hulus's apprentice, you actually hear this conversation going down, and Hulus's apprentice sneaks around a corner calmly before pulling out a holo communicator, which shows Master Hulus. So he kind of quickly scurries behind a corner, and he says, "I have a lead on that second Sith, the one asking about the woman. He's real." Hulus replies, "Can we follow him? Locate her that way?" "Only if you want the Empire to find their traitor before we do." "I'll keep on her trail. Padawan, you watch our competition. Half the Republic fleet is relying on that woman's information. We need to know what she's tangled up in. And, Merrick, make sure my Padawan stays out of trouble."
Hi.
"Yes, Master." Alright, and he hangs up. So you're watching as Maggot, and as the Duros and the Twi'lek girl continue to insult Maggot, and he starts to get enraged by them. Eventually, he slams the Duros' face into the sabacc table. So you suddenly hear the Duros from earlier howl in pain as the thud. So you suddenly hear the Duros from earlier howl in pain as a loud thud occurs, and I'm guessing you turn around to kind of see the face of the Duros hitting the table. And Maggot says, "Now we will play cards, yes?"
That seemed highly unnecessary.
Are you saying this out loud to where he can hear?
Yep.
Teneb notes.
I take my deepest vape in and billow smoke the vapors all around the room.
The entire time Pantalemon's eating his bitter whatever the hell the thing is.
Well, why don't you join us for this game then, and we see how things turn out. And at this point, you're kind of recognizing this guy, because there's not a lot of tree people in the galaxy.
Not a lot, no.
Yeah.
I'm
Are you going to accept Maggot's offer to join the game?
not 100% sure how to play. Maybe I can watch a couple of hands before I start getting into it.
Alright. And
Got a name, stranger.
So Maggot places his comm on the table as he starts to pick up cards and kind of takes a seat next to the Duros whose head he slammed.
Might as well join, even though I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Alright, now I gotta get the rules for
Shit.
sabacc.
On second thought.
No, it's actually There's an actual system in the game.
One of the trees.
It's in one of the ones I have.
What is your name?
Oh yeah, he's asking your name.
Oh, my name is Murak. Yours?
Oh, I always pronounced it Merrick. Is that wrong?
You may address me by any of the following. Until I'm on Asacre. Pants. Silent Death. Nice to meet you.
Pants is pretty easy to say.
I love how there's no reaction to the silent death as a name.
Well, we never...
I would just assume that he farts and it smells god awful.
That's what most people think.
All the time.
That's true.
Yeah, but like... Shit, I forgot. How many grenades do I have? 4.
Plus, I'm not the most cunning individual, so I wouldn't be able to read between those sort of lines.
Yeah.
4 frags, a knife, 2 guns. Would you like to be a friend?
I eye you up and down and look at everything you've done on you. What sort of friend are we looking at here?
A friend.
Oh, I found the rules.
As of current, the company I keep is all higher-ups and people who respond irrationally on occasion.
No problem with that for
now. Alright. Well, losing money.
Alright, so what do you want to wager?
So, I guess I will wager... Wait, can I wager the subscription and lose on purpose?
Well, you have to wager money.
Shit. Alright.
You can't wager a debt.
Yeah. Don't think that's how the galaxy works.
No.
I don't even think that's how the real world works.
You know, I wish it was. Because...
How much do you have?
How much do I have? I have 500 credits. So I guess I'll wager... What's a decent starting amount?
50?
Yeah, I guess 50 will do.
They'll at least get... Okay, and since there's 4 players, including Maggot, that's 200 credits in the pot.
Alright.
Alright. So everybody agrees on this as the amount in the pot. Let me make a note of that. It's 200. Alright. What's your cool?
My cool is related to my presence. So it's a career skill, and I have 1 rank in it. And my presence is 3.
So it's a yellow and 2 green.
Okay.
And then, hold on, let me get all the... And it's what again that it runs off of?
Cool runs off of presence.
Okay, so... that's there.
What?
Hold on. And you're gonna have this one. Let me see if I can find one.
I'm just gonna...
Go ahead and... It's gonna be,
Alright, what do I need to...
yeah, I'm figuring out the opponents. That's where things are gonna go from bad to worse.
7 purple!
I mean...
Oh, God!
You're not off. If I can... Oh, here we go. A gambler card. That works. That makes things slightly easier. It's gonna be 6 purple, actually.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm using the same stat for everybody, which is actually not bad. It's 2 presents for each per... Oh, sorry.
What is it?
Oh, no, this is fine. 6 works. I was about to run their cool as well, but then it would have been so much harder. It would have added some red.
Oh, great.
Alright, so go ahead and make that roll, yeah. Do we even have that many? Oh, we do have that many purples. Wait, that's yours?
Yeah.
You missed a purple. You rolled 5. There we go. Oh, boy. Okay, so don't worry, though. Because... now, you get to roll... Let's see. Now you leave the dice on the table, and then you roll a single force die to illustrate the shifting nature of the card signs.
Alright.
For each dark side symbol, one success and one advantage are converted into a failure and threat, respectively. Conversely, each light side symbol changes one failure and one threat into a success and an advantage, so things can...
Oh, okay.
So remember how I said, like, the card shift? That's what this was representing. So this is basically the starting hand. Unfortunately, yeah. This is now... Well, this is probably the best one to use. So now you have an extra threat and failure. Okay. You can actually cheat if you want.
Oh, I don't know if that would be a good idea. I'm already like...
We can wait to do it.
Yeah, I think I'll wait to cheat.
Your cheaty ass off.
Let's see.
I'm the rogue. I'm also Twi'lek, so I have to be careful.
Trying to see how many rounds it kind of... So to cheat, a character instead uses his deception, skullduggery, or computer skill pool for the test. Upgrade the difficulty of the skill check once. On despair symbol, the PC is caught cheating and gambling. Immediately stops to resolve the discovery. On a success, the PC wins back his wagers. For each additional success, he wins another. So, okay. So now we gotta do the math, I guess.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no successes.
None.
That
one advantage got canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure.
The universe said no.
Okay, so how many failures are left? 2, 4, 6, 7.
6 disadvantages.
6 threats, yeah. Well, either way works, but yeah. So, you can keep in the game for a bit. You'll just have to throw more money into the pot to keep playing.
What would that be?
Right now, you're just completely out of the 50. But, unfortunately, you will lose your ability to concentrate on the game and upgrading the difficulty of your next roll once. So the next roll will be harder if you keep playing, because of your disadvantages.
Mug, I think I'm...
You're gonna call it?
I think I'm...
Okay, I'm gonna roll for Maggot to see if he does...
I called him Mug, god damn it.
You did what?
I accidentally called him Mug. His name's Matt.
To Maggot?
Yeah.
To his face?
Yeah, I kind of fucked up.
I can't remember. Well, he actually... Alright. I actually need to roll for his actual roll.
Oh.
Keep most of that, except for... remove whatever... Obviously, okay. So this one. Take 2 away. And then re-roll the purples for me.
Okay.
There should be just 4 now, right? And then...
So...
I'm trying to remember. Cool as presents, right?
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 threats.
Okay, so this is his starting hand. Damn, he doesn't have any better luck. Well, I rolled a light earlier. Do we want to count that? For the sake of Maggot. That way he can win your credits back. Yeah, we'll count that. So, he only gets that converted, though, unfortunately. Because there were no failures to convert. He would have just tied it out if I had gone the dark route. So, this cancels out. This one cancels out one of them. So he actually wins. He has 2 hits, 2 successes, and then the threat.
Alright.
So for the 1 threat, he suffers a strain as one of the cards in his hand unexpectedly flips, forcing him to change strategy. But he actually gets 100. He got 100 credits out of the pot. So that means he actually won your money back as well as his. So he basically broke even if he was going to give your money back. So you see this and you see how the game comes. So as you guys are kind of playing the game, and as you kind of decide to be done with it for now, you can vaguely hear like the sound of like somebody's comm going, like voice on somebody's comm, but you don't know whose comm it's coming from. And as the talking continues, Maggot says, "Cards are frozen. Show the hand." Bach player says, your comm leak is speaking, so now you know whose comm it is. It's Matt. Oh, wait, show the hand. And,
I'll answer it.
as you're about to answer it, suddenly there is a large rumble. The ceiling to the establishment crumbles slightly. Patrons begin to panic, including those that Maggot was playing cards against. The first player's like, someone's attacking! And another one's like, what's the hut done? A klaxon begins to go off throughout the entire station, and a robotic voice can also be heard giving warnings. Warnings. Verbo brain clusters offline. Unlinking subsystem helix and assessing damage. Orbital stabilizers at 64%. Power core at 49%.
Doesn't sound good.
Warnings. Multiple ruptures in docking pylon 4. Containment field at 40%. Containment field at 27%. So, I'm guessing you're going to start heading back towards the ship at this point.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Magnet does the same and actually takes all the money that's on the pot while nobody's looking. I'm guessing you see that happen.
Yeah.
Are you going to interfere with him taking the money?
It's not my money.
He didn't steal from me. Why should I care?
Okay, and the Padawan is with you kind of watching as well, keeping an eye on Maggot specifically because he knows that Maggot will lead you guys back to Teneb. So eventually, you finally make it to your docking pylon to see the ship floating away in space among the wreckage of the station. Warning, containment field at 11%. Teneb exits the safety of the field, making his way towards the ship. Silently, he floats through the wreckage until he finally reaches the ship's airlock. Maggot goes, Master! Teneb finally returns with the ship and says, the Emperor's apprentice. And she laughed. Teneb barely manages to get that out as he's catching his breath. The Emperor? But you survived? You survived where no one else even found her. Locate shelter. Master, the colony. You see Linico Colony Blue burn as it strikes the atmosphere. You're kind of like all getting on the ship at this point. You're getting onto your ships as well, like with the apprentice. Hulis is like on a separate ship at this point, so you know he's safe. Go ahead and make a perception.
Yeah,
you can if you want, but it's really more for what's going on with the Sith side of things.
Perception, that's cunning, is a career skill but no rank, so 4 green?
Yeah.
Not 4 green.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no it is.
Yeah.
Because
you're, yeah. As long as you're, because that one's a cunning.
Yeah.
So if your cunning is 4, then that's 4 green. And then add a...
Okay.
How hard it would be to notice this.
Two hits.
Okay. You'll notice it.
Okay, so I have...
Oh, do you have the app, or like the actual app, or that website that I've been... Yeah, because there is a legitimate app. I think you have to pay for it, but...
There's 2. One's free. One both the D20 stuff and stuff.
I was saying there's like a legitimate one that Fantasy Flight like published.
So I have 4 advantages.
Okay.
Triangles are failures, right?
Yep.
And I have 1 triangle and 1 success.
Okay, so it canceled out. So you don't really notice much. You see, however, that the colony is crashing to the planet's north. I mean, it's a burning... All you see is a burning... You can't really tell where it's going.
Everything's on fire.
Like, the space station, you can just... The colony, you're just like, oh, it's falling somewhere. Doesn't really matter.
Who cares?
You will have an easier time tracking where it is later if you have to. So that's what we'll use your advantages for.
Okay.
Because you said you had some advantages, right?
Yeah.
So we'll use that.
4.
Yeah, so we'll use that for later if you have to track it. You'll know. You'll have like a boost die on it. So you managed to make your way towards the planet's surface. The docking entrance has been opened and Teneb makes his way towards the exit. I'm leaving 2 Nutra-Paste rations. You'll starve slower than I will. Master, this is unwise. You like the jerked bantha? It leaked onto the coolant tank. You said pieces of the colony had crashed, and actually if had crashed around here somewhere. I can salvage what we need for repairs. Your wounds will reopen and you will die. That is, I fear you will. And you can see that he is wounded from his fight that he mentioned with the apprentice. Because he had mentioned the apprentice. Yeah, you can see like he's kind of got some wounds already. I am Sith. If I can't survive, I deserve my doom. Fix what you can, Maggot. You're good with machines. If any of you wish to join me other than besides Maggot, you may.
Sure, why not? I ain't got much.
Alright, and actually even JP is kind of damaged from the fight too, because JP was with Teneb.
Y'all got fucked.
So, Chikara is actually going to remain with Maggot so she can heal up.
Recover.
Yeah. Alright. And I guess we'll call that a night.
Alright.
Yay!
20 XP.
Yay!
Woo!
Hey everyone, thank you for checking out the video. If you enjoyed what you just saw, be sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't want to miss any of our content, be sure to hit the bell icon where you will be notified anytime we upload a video. Also, if you wish to watch RPG Workshop live, you can follow Studio Bastion on Twitch. There you can also enjoy his gameplay live streams and other podcasts that are in production. Also, if you like what we're doing here at Escape Reality Films, be sure to check out our Patreon and support us, and get some cool rewards in return.